Listen. Yeah. Yes, Lord. Oh. Get that out of there. Trying to make sure I'm like aligned right with this because again we're doing both landscape and portrait mode for this live today. Listen, it's your boy Matty-Rants. Happy Saturday to you, the last day of February in the year of 2026. I hope y'all are feeling blessed and not stressed. I'm still a little stressed, but we're gonna make it through. We're gonna try. Who is this? Did one of my children go underneath me? Oh no, it was my foot on their toy. My bad. We're here to talk about RuPaul's Drag Race season 18, episode 9 today. I've been so discombobulated. I thought this was episode 10. No, it's 9. It is the Rusical, Annie the Hardknock Ball Rusical of nogging, voguing, and other proportions, if you will. I said this is one of the most alabasted casts that's still left in this competition, and we're doing a ball, not really very much based off of Paris is Burning, Annie the Rusical moment. I said, okay. I was just really happy that, guess what? They had someone at least from the ballroom scene. Shout out to Carlos. I got to meet him before he was a Basquiat. I'm trying to remember. Was it Tishi? I can't remember what house he was before Basquiat, but I got to meet him one time. He was lovely. And I just was kind of like, okay, this is interesting, but we'll get there because it was a lot of nogging. I don't know about voguing. It was a lot of nogging. Like, that's all it was. We're really just going to go there. Some girls were doing the do's, but others were not. Yeah, bet. I told you. I don't even know spoilers for this show, okay? Someone tried to low-key spoil this episode last week. I clocked in my reaction like, okay, she was trying to be a little ass, so whatever, right? But I told you, I said there's no mini challenge, and the next time they do one, it's going to be some voting. It's going to be some raise your little paddles. I told you, like a psychic. I'm over here going, I called it. Because I'm like, there has not been a mini challenge in forever. So the next one's going to be something very easy. And that's it. Like, that's all it was going to be. It's going to be something very light, very, you get to vote, you get to vote, you get to, something real, not too much money thrown on that table, right? Beige against the machine is the category for the runway. Beige, people, beige. I was nervous. I was pleasantly surprised afterwards. I was like, oh, y'all did that. I was proud. I was like, okay. Yep. Beige is a color that clearly can be very boring. It's not going nowhere. But if you know how to like style and put that sucker together, it can be nasty. It can be quite on top. And so I felt the majority of them, yes, absolutely. We are going to get into judging. I do not agree with the bottom two. I think someone is getting stickers put on their report card, and I'm not liking that, okay? Meanwhile, you brought Jamal Sims to give his Global All-Stars critique having bald self with the, you did good, but you missed some. Hold on, we didn't see that. I didn't see that. Did you? I didn't see that. Why are you even adding that in there? And also, why was she standing on the stage? Why was she up there? What's going on? Was it a top 3? No. It was a top 2? Probably. I'm confused. Darlene should have sat in Discord's place. High key. I think Discord should have been in the bottom 2. Low key. And I think that with the Athena Juicy thing, that was played. I'm just going to be real with you. As much as I get the whole, like, let's break up the family dynamic, that back-to-back bit of it was a little wild to me. I'm like, first it's Mia. Okay. I get that. Like, okay, bad, whatever. We walked away from this one. Glad Kenya came through this week. I was very proud of my sister over here. I said, yeah, that voice was made for ballroom, period. Like, she was given what needed to be got. Okay. That little prodigy in that baby, right? But then when I got some of the critiques, like when we got to Juicy, I was like, oh, Did y'all feel that way? There was a disconnect. I didn't know your character. I kind of knew who she was. She said she was a former winner. She looks like a slut. She's dressed in this very slutty dress. It's always rising up. You used to let girls like that win every season. I'm confused. I was like, what is going on? I just some things I needed to have a conversation about. Darlene should have had some critiques this week because that runway was fierce. I said, we're gonna talk about it today. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna do what we gotta do. So I hope you all are ready for a conversation. You're gonna be here for just a little while, if not a long while. So find something around your house. If you're in traffic right now for whatever reason on the Saturday, I hate where you live too. But like, I hope we can make it to the house together. Better yet, stop at the drive-thru, get you something real quick, a biggie bag at Wendy's, yeah, and all that other good stuff. Before I get into my social medias and I go any further, because we are all humans and we all live on this earth together, I am not happy with the most recent news that has taken place. I am embarrassed as an and I know that is all for show, and it really sucks that there are people who are being thrown into that. I did want to address it lightly real quick because again, we're here to check out from the real world for a moment and have fun. But for those of you who that may be affecting in any kind of way, I understand completely. Trust. Woke up this morning like, are you kidding me? I just was like, everything that they said, what, and it's doing, and here we are. Just show up where you need to show up at when it comes time to let your voice be heard, and hang in there, because trust me, it's affecting us all in different ways, believe it or not. You know what I mean? Not just us out here in America, but everywhere globally too. So I send my love to all of you, and anybody that may be having to go places they didn't think they had to go today, that may have been a follower of this channel or any other channel for that matter. Sending you protection and peace and whatever may come your way, and let's bring you back home, because I'm over here like... So I'm more than happy to get into this show today and have a good time and drop all the rest of it. But just to be clear, Maddie's clearly aware. I'm speaking against that real talk. And I'm just hoping the best for all of us here, because it's wild in these streets. So whatever you got going on, trust and believe. Your boy's stressing over rent today, right? And everything else that's happening. We were supposed to be going to Puerto Vallarta for our trip. We're having to rethink this probably, because it's like they just had a whole thing happen over there. So like, I get it. There's a lot happening in the world. Hold on, please, because I get it. It's tough out there, and I know it's affecting all of us mentally, either physically, mentally, spiritually, however it is touching you. Just please, because I'm on the same journey as you right now, trying to just make it over this hill. Okay. So if you did want to find me anywhere on social media, please and thank you. It's a Linktree link in my about section. It'll take you where you need to go. I do reactions on Patreon. Okay. And yeah, I do reactions on Patreon. It's now for as low as $2 a month. I actually just made the change recently here. I think it'll still keep it for $1 for those of you who are already like sort of members or something like that. But for the new people that pop in, it's $2. I also know they're probably going to send like a notification going into March with that one and everything else. But yes, it's for $2 a month. You have over 700 plus videos that you can tune into and watch my reaction and be a part of that conversation. March is going to be starting next month, so I will be going into the live chat that we have on Patreon and going over the show that was requested the most for me to cover, because there is now a viewer's choice on my Patreon. I also want to say that for the traders reaction I did, there was a little bit of commentary on Maddie. If we're paying for this, why didn't you watch the full episode? As I did put a 2-in-1 with the finale and the reunion. Again, I really wasn't feeling traders at all, and so I wanted to finish it on behalf of the rant pack. But I also can take responsibility that I didn't include the challenge per se in the full of the episode for 11, and I thought I was doing good by doing a 2-in-1, and it was already a lot that I was covering. But that's not enough. And so I want to make sure that I give enough. And by all means, in any of those cases where you feel like, hey, Matt, like you kind of cut this part out, let me know, because I'm willing to receive that. We're on a different journey right now, both mentally, spiritually, and physically. So criticism and critiques are not going to tear my whole house down. I just want to receive it. I'll process it. I'll take it personally for like 1 minute, and then I'll get over it, and I'll go, all right, let's fix this and let's make this better again. You know, we've got some new tricks and tips from therapy, y'all. But for those of you who are part of my Patreon, thank you so very much for subscribing and being over there, a part of that community. Don't forget that we also have a Discord as well if you want to be a part of it. I'm about to infuse Patreon and Discord together, and I just noticed this. So if you're a part of my Patreon, you will be given a special request to join our Discord if you would like to. This is not for free memberships, it's for the paid memberships, but I just found out I can connect the two together, and I was like, oh. So I'm going to see about working on all of this in the next week. I've been really on it lately, y'all. I've been busting my butt these past 2 weeks. So yes, join the Patreon. It's a good time. Bookable and Cameo merch available at directqueenmerch.com, an affiliate partner with Paramount Plus. If you want to get that free week on me, go ahead and get you some. I got a P.O. box if you want to send me anything special through the Rant Pack mail. I'll open it live. And also, again, there's a Discord if you want to be part of the Rant Pack community. There is a disclaimer on the rise because some people take me way too seriously. And this is a program that is for entertainment purposes only. Content is not intended to malign any religion, race, gender, company, individual, or wigs. All opinions are just expressed by myself. They're solely my personal views. They do not reflect the opinions of every human being on the planet. No hate should be sent to any of the shows or individuals mentioned in this program. So please don't be rude and grab your libations and strap in. I'm a little bit of a talker. You may be here for a while. And don't post any spoilers in the chat. Don't try to get cute with how you post spoilers in the chat. Just don't post them. And if you feel uncomfortable reviewing this program, consume some Activia and have yourself a good old nasty, gashy poot, okay? Like on some real stuff. This is not about you today, I promise you. Don't make it about you, all right? We're talking about a TV show. No. Do you think you'll do anime recommendations on Patreon? I'm kind of mad that y'all haven't done that already. As a matter of fact, I will be more than okay. You know what? Let's lock in February 28th. Here I go, because I'm here about accountability here, especially for the Patreon subscribers, because there's already a show, and I think it's gonna be Heated Rivalry. And I said I didn't want to watch it, but now that it's kind of died down a little bit, I'm actually interested in watching. Yes, I'll do anime recommendations. The thing is that if there's more, because I have to pay like $300 just to use the Vimeo app to like upload everything. So this is why, again, I'm raising the rate for the Patreon and stuff, because it's a lot just to keep everything up. But Vimeo allows me to upload as much as I can. Terabytes be damned. Whereas Patreon directly, it's like, you got a little room to do. Okay. So this is why I'm like, we're going to up it a little bit, but we're also going to add some more content, because this is low key, high key, my job right now. Right. So what I will do, I may bump it to 3, but we're going to keep it at 2 because I made a promise, and that's just where my mind is at right now. Right. I will do anime recommendations. We will still do monthly show recommendations, and those are shows I can binge watch and then post throughout the month and finish within the month. Okay. But I will do the anime run as well. And if it happens to be one of those series where it's like a long-winded one or whatever, there you go. But I will give you the option, because again, y'all are paying on Patreon and you deserve to have that choice too. Seriously. Jenny, thank you. Hold on. Let me put the chat up. What's wrong with me? What's going on here? Y'all are part of this conversation too. Is it kind of wild that I was not thinking beige, but the moment I turned on the camera, I was like, yo. I was like, yeah. I think I'm part of the category today. But no, for Paige, I got y'all. We're going to be really locked into that one too, as well as my YouTube channel. But y'all are really, it's been a wonderful time on my Patreon, and I really love y'all. But YouTube is my baby. This is the beginnings of me. I want to make sure that this channel gets that love too. So this week, I already posted my thoughts on UK versus the world. Check out that video. I did wrap up the traders for the finale and the reunion. Go ahead and check that out too. I also had some Dead by Daylight up in here. Go ahead and see that. And we're doing Drag Race today. Tomorrow, Sunday. I was going to do a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I'm doing it for Sunday. And this is how much I'm like really into my shit right now. House of Villains review tomorrow. All 3 episodes. Yep, because it's kind of necessary to just do it all in one. It's going to be a long-winded conversation, but like the way the show is framed with the cliffhanger ending, yeah, I'm going to have to do these 2-in-1s until it gets on sort of a schedule of like, okay, 1 episode per week. So Sunday tomorrow, I'm going to say 3:30 or 3 o'clock Central Standard Time, like an hour after this normal time here today. I will be doing my live on House of Villains. Plain Jane from RuPaul's Drag Race is on that season, along with one of my favorite reality TV stars to ever exist, Drita from Mob Wives is on there. New York Tiffany Pollard is back, and much more. It is definitely a conversation. The show is wild this season. I love the campy corniness of it all, but there's also some strategic gameplay going in. And you know, some of these people don't know how to play a game without taking it personally. And so that kind of crossover of we're just playing a game. No, we're not. It's an enjoyable, festering, just it's a lot to take in. So they've already had their first elimination, and now we have our current nominations to be eliminated. And I think that the cast is so far doing their job. So we're going to talk about it on Sunday. We'll go over the first, second, and third episode. They're reviving Mob Wives. Oh, thank God. That will be a show I cover on Patreon. I'm a big fan of Mob Wives. That show was so good. That's another thing, too, for my Patreon subscribers. Rewind seasons. It doesn't have to be Drag Race either. Yup. Because there's some shows I haven't seen in a long time that I would rewatch again. And again, we can keep it in a reality TV world, or we could like pop into Matt. Did you ever see Breaking Bad? No, I never watched Breaking Bad. You know what else I never watched either that you're gonna gag at? What's that show that everybody watches on AMC with zombies? I never got into it. And I was like, I don't know if I want to deal with this bull. What's it called? The Walking Dead? Never seen that. And everyone's like, what? Like, yeah, I've never seen it. So again, I'm throwing that into the Patreon. I will be doing a little dabbling of throwing reviews and recaps in. Not the twerking on YouTube as well. So I'm trying to keep the crossover over. Okay, I've done a lot of talking. Guys, what's wrong with me? Listen, I am trying to raise a little quintadas today. There's the first is coming up. I'm just a few short right now. So anything that you give over the weekend is really appreciated. You do not have to, but if you want to, it sincerely keeps the lights on, literally, or at least also please pray for me out there, y'all. I have been really like hitting the concrete, trying to get into the JOB and putting in applications. And I feel like I'm so close. I feel like I'm getting there, but I'm trying not to lose my mind a little bit, if you will. Okay. Because like there's like the economy is fine. Everything is no, it's not. No, it's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. Trust like but I'm getting close because like at least I'm getting callbacks and all that kind of is happening here. And there's been some new like openings up. Shout out to LinkedIn as well as Indeed. Those are my babies right now. So we've been trying. We've been trying. Okay, we have shit to do. People think that I'm playing, but I'm like, no, y'all. Like, this is the year. I'm going into another decade of my life. I am not for the fuck shit no more. Sorry. Okay, I just knocked out my microphone. Jesus. Okay, cool. Hold on. This is a Matty-Rants production, so it's going to be a little crazy. Hold on. What? Is it back in? That's what he said. Is it back in? Oh, that was gross. Okay. Parsley Bros, listen, I'm sending it to you too, because I know. Listen, I just saw a sign for a job fair when I was driving this morning. I was like, oh. I kid you not. I was like, oh, we'll be there Tuesday. I'm trying, baby. Okay, I'm keeping the channel now, but I need to. We're currently in what's happening right now, as if oil prices aren't about to just rise up. Please, you think it was bad for eggs before? Look at what's happening now. I was like, all right, get ready, because it's about to be another couple months of some BS. So I need to go. I need to get something going on here. All right. Also, shout out to my local park. I found a new running place and it's great. It's where I release my stress because I learned not to do my normal thing of venting and going off. I just go to the park and I go running. The end. I'll be out there for 2 hours, baby. Sweat it all out. All right. I'm also going to be super fit for my next vacation. And just in general, because I'm trying to get really fit. I want to have a big chest and arms. I want to be a hottie. Anywho, if you want to drop a little love in my jar, please and thank you. Who am I? Gross. PayPal.me/Matty-Rants. Cash App $sign Matt924 and Venmo Matty-Rants. I saw some notifications come in, but I'm like, I was trying to like, you know me, ADHD. JMCL, thank you so very much for the love on Cash App today for love. Kenya got flowers. Shout out to Kenya, please. I'm going to give you a light little story because Jamar and me had a conversation about this. And if Kenya, I know you're watching. I know you're watching. We'll get there. Thank you, JMCL. I appreciate you, my love. And I just saw the other thing that came in. Thank you. I will respond to that message after this live here today. I'm so sorry. My phone is on do not disturb on purpose. There's just been a lot of calls about bills. And I'm like, bitch, I can't even think. I'm just trying to like make shit happen, right? So Matt's been keeping his phone on a very silent level so I can just not crash out right now and still work on everything. So shout out to my babies. And thank you, James Hill. Thank you all for tuning in. Okay, let's get to the show. A little light conversation. So I knew this, and I know some of y'all told me about this in the Rant Pack Discord, but like I think I didn't like fully. I was sort of like, maybe she doesn't, maybe whatever. Because I always find out later on, like a lot of the queens do stop by and watch these shows, right? But Kenya Please is Rant Pack, and so confirmation was when Jamar sent me the screenshot. She's like, I watch you and Maddie all the time. She said, Marty, that's how I know. That was real. But it made it funnier to me, and where I'm going to be in my own delusion, say that something I've always said has made it onto Drag Race without my presence being there, but via Kenya Pleaser. When she said my puss did hit that ground, what have I said for the past umpteen years? Every time I did a video as a former gymnast when it came to a split, and I would go in about it. I need to see that cooch hit the floor, bitch. I need to see that puss snap that ground. And when she said that shit, y'all remember my reaction? I was like, wait, that was very Matty-Rants Rant Pack coded. Very that. I have my confirmation. So yes, a little piece of this place did make on the show. You can hate on it all, but honey, I don't receive it. I am my delusion and take that. Okay. And shout out to Kenya. I was very pleased with you this week. You did a very good job, baby. That's what you need to do coming in from the bottom. That's what you're supposed to do. I don't even know how long she's still going to be in the competition based on like how the way it's going, because she got some heavy hitters, but I was just happy to see her get some coots this week. But I also got to talk about judging, because it was like, why are some of these people standing up here? I just didn't understand. So we're going to talk about it. 100 plus in this piece. Thank you again for tuning in and being here today. Again, if you can drop any love in my jar, please and thank you. It's going to go a super duper uber long way. Still a little bit short here. I appreciate it. If there is any, but if not, that thumbs up button, please hit it as hard. Well, not as hard as you can. I want you to keep your phones and your devices now, as well as get in the comment section and talk about this episode. Okay. Let me make sure y'all can see the live chat too in the portrait mode. Thank you for watching this on your cellular devices or whatever tablet you're using. So cool. Okay. What the fuck is wrong with me? I wanted to make that a little bit thicker so we can see what everyone's got to say. Sarponi, it's really funny. Kenya did not forget her words this week. I don't know what the judges are talking about. She didn't. And I am starting to really see the light when it comes to a lot of echo chamber, social media, long-winded conversations and shit like that. When you already don't like somebody and somebody has been given a critique about something, that whether they do it right or not, you're always going to bring that up. And I noticed that people who just don't like Kenya or don't want her to still be there over some people who left are like, here she go, and she didn't know the words again. That's bullshit. And I think and for you and those people to say, not you, excuse me, but for those people who said that shit, I'm like, let me tell you something. Let me come in here. Let me hold your hand. Jamal Sims was low-key on Global All-Stars to give what you think is trade, one, and two, to give a negative critique while still looking handsome. So that way it really couldn't, it has to bounce back off of the bullshit. Like, you can't be so mad at him because you still find him attractive. A lot of them do that on purpose with reality television. I'm making that statement. You don't have to believe me. This is where I'm going to go. I'm going to keep my moment here, because when he would give some positive critique, sometimes they wouldn't even make fucking sense. It'd be like, I don't know, you were just so like, just cool to watch and this, that, and the other. But then all of a sudden, here come this one critique that felt someone wrote for this man. And it's based off of some light-winded bullshit. So for me, I'm like, Now, the moment he said that, I was like, what are you doing? To then get to Discord and y'all are going to praise this bitch for scooting and tooting down the runway and can't walk in her dress, and then give her a sticker for not looking a fool while dancing, even though it was still hip-hop 101, very much that same bit. Girl, please, chop. I was like, nah, we're not doing that today. Darlene should have been up there in Discord's place if we were just going to do a top two high safe, and then two bottom bitches. Because Darlene's outfit chewed, bitch, and she ate as the dog next to Annie. For Annie to still get the critiques that she got, but we not include Darlene because Darlene actually was pulling focus, but still gave it and was still generous in the scene. Matty-Rants has been activated. Oh, Lord, I'm getting loud over this. Let me calm down. Oh. What is wrong with me? Calm down, brother. Calm down. I'm like, wait. We'll get a little up over this. I thought Discord was bottom as well, and they're even going to talk about it next week. For those of you who saw the trailer for next week, Jane and Mikey were like, girl, that was your time. They were not happy Athena went out like that. They were like, no, that was your time, sister. I don't know why we're, again, giving gold stars and stickers for that. I don't mean any ill will towards Discord on this level. I'm just speaking as a viewer of the show, watching this platform go down. They decided she was fine. I don't like it when we bring in people. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to give you one little light example before I start this review. You know how when people who are not normally in spaces bring somebody who really doesn't like give what needs to be given, but they hype them up so hard and they acting like they doing something, even though the person before them who is already in the community ate, chewed, spent time working on this, that, and the other, but because of this person who now comes into this room, it's now this like sort of thing or whatever, and they want to like make it a bigger deal. I'll be quiet. Happy Black History Month, the last day, but I'm like, I'm sorry, you're not going to be overly critical of this one, and then for her who didn't even really go there and give what needs to be given, we're going to give her a gold star because she what? No, thank you. Because she tried? Stop it. That is bullshit. That bitch needs to be told a lesson. Hey, you're on a show where you need to learn how to dance and sing, and you did everything you could not to do any of that, and you barely made it through. One chop. All right. I'm sorry. I was not happy with the participation trophy conversation they gave this person who's been begging to get critiques. And then when they finally get it, it's about, I was expecting worse, but you were okay. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. And then you're going to tell this lady she didn't even have all her words together. Stop, chop, boom, over to Juicy. I didn't know who you were. Well, who was Discord then? A white woman in Black History Month trying to give a little Rachel? Stop it. Let's not bring up the Chicago. I'm just saying. I was over here like, excuse me? Like, what are we doing? All right. Drewski, thank you for the super chat. Hey, at work, but wanted to pop in. Jane was a good winner, but I definitely would have given it to Miss Meeks, and LOL at Nini's indecisiveness. I'm gonna help you out, friend. Yet again, if Nini is a Libra, you just saw Libra happen. I don't think Nini Coco is a Libra, but if she is one, that was some Libra ass shit to do. That was some Libra shit right there. I was like, bro. I think she's a Virgo, if I'm correct. I'm not quite sure. I'm on the cusp with my birthday on September 24th there, but I was like, oh yeah. I said, baby, that was some Libra ass shit right there. Okay, I changed my mind. Actually, what am I? Okay, I really don't know what I want to do. I was like, woo, the indecisiveness. You are gonna have to figure that out, sister. But it was funny. Okay. I've done my rant. I've said my piece. I'm gonna bring it up again later, of course. It is what it is. But love y'all down. Heart, heart, heart. Yes. Oh. Thank you, boo. I'm gonna text you in a second. Thank you. I've just been very apologetic lately. I've been not on a tours per se, but I just don't have the energy anymore to just like fight. I really don't. I got too much going on. If that makes any sense. I'm like, I just don't, girl. Like, what are we arguing over? Like, bitch, I got kids now. I don't need this. Oh, that is so funny to me. I'm sorry. Maddie's stupid. Okay, cool. Let's start the episode. Shall we? Oh, I want to talk to live chat real quick. This is my video, man. I should not apologize. Hey, Willie. Hey, Greek the Geek. How's it going? Homogenic. One of my faves. Kissy Kiss. The trade that left Eureka stranded. Never change. Do you understand me? If you want to make your screen names be as possible, I encourage your foolishness. Please and thank you. Eve, the true doll. Thank you, my love. I hope you're having a good day too. Yeah. And that's why we get along, because you Leo and Virgo. That's why we get along. I get along with all Leos. Shay and my Canadian queen. I hope you're doing well. There are a lot of participation trophies on Drag Race, though. Isn't it why Juicy won the RDR? Ooh. I had to, yeah, this is why I need to get in the live chat real quick with y'all, okay? Some people just want to get on with the show. I may have ADHD, but we can still talk. Thank you, Shay, for that. Let me move my mic. Ooh. Not you low-key cooked a little bit with this. Yeah, you kind of cooked with that one. Mm-hmm. I'd have ate what was on that plate for sure. By the way, Sinners is one to win PGA and SAG this weekend, or it can't win the Oscars. They cleared the BAFTAs. Is that where that was? Where that man with Tourette's said all that racist stuff, and everyone's like, well, it's Tourette's, and it's like, yeah, it is. And I understand that. But also, I would have questions as to what he is absorbing to where that is the word that's coming out, per se. And it's still kind of not cool that happened, regardless, during that event, when that was happening. So it's like, I understand someone's, condition, but I also go, we need to really break into that, if you will. Like, we're going to have to start doing that. Because there's no way we're gonna just be like, oh, that's just that. Like, what is he looking at online? What is absorbed in that body that's getting that word to be triggered every time he sees somebody that look like that? That I'm gonna ask questions. But still, shout out to Sinners. That was a great movie. No, I think Juicy's Michelle Visage character on RDR Live was generally really good. It wasn't just participation trophy win, in my opinion. I'm here for a rebut. I'm here for it. That's why we're Rant Pack. That's why we talk this out. See, for me, I thought Juicy did very good and it was a surprise. But I also thought to myself, this is RDR Live and we were kind of shooting in the barrel of shit, if you will. I think her turd was the most polished and that's why we chose it. Because Darlene had barely any dialogue and I didn't see her getting a W for churning butter in a gross fashion as well. Like, that's just where I'm at when it comes to these situations, things like that. I'm like, like, I hear that and I'm right there with you, but there are points where I go, Juicy got it and she earned it. However, it is a conversation. It was kind of a poop production anyways. Okay, let's start the show. Somebody's mad. They're like 34 minutes and this didn't even get to the episode. You don't know me. Hey, Mia was eliminated. I was sad about the situation, but I also was happy my girl Kenya was still up in this piece. I just wanted her to hit the board because it was giving me next out. That's what it was at first. But then I was like, okay, the way that this storytelling is happening right now, Kenya's going to get good critiques this week. So let us all remain in peace. But I love that Kenya got so close to Mia. That's family now, as far as they're concerned, right there with Athena and Juicy and all of that. And it was kind of, sad because I thought Mia was going to go at least a little bit further. At least, I don't know about the fashions, but I was still here for the lady who does not have a big back talking about big bags, okay? In her Aquafina tone. I was here for it. Now, Mikey is hyped because they really did good for Snatch Game, although the shoes were a fool. And we get into this conversation with Juicy about who is she and it relating to their struggle with addiction. I have to choose my words wisely here on YouTube. They're way more strict now. And I know I was swearing at the beginning of this, but I'm just now reminding myself the reason why my videos are not getting views is because I swear so much. So baby girl is going through sort of not an identity crisis, but sort of a rebirthing, a renewed sense of, let me find out who I am now that I'm out of this dark well and see the light for what it is. And so she may still be on that journey, which is why it kind of hit her that hard. But Athena also can understand because Athena was there through those dark times and was helping them out and trying to, get them back on the right track. I thought this was so funny that they did this deep family hug over Discord. I was like, I was hollering. Brad, hold on. No, I'm going to highlight this because it's kind of funny and it kind of relates to me and my ADHD. Crying, thought I was late. Nah, bitch, I talk too much. Listen, I kept it long-winded so y'all who are late could show up to the show. This is how it would be if I ever did a live tour. I swear to God. We would have to have like a retainer of money in case we go over time because I would never, the show would start at 7, but we would never get to it till like 7:30, 7:45. We would just be talking to the audience. I think that's literally what I would be doing. Like audience conversation for the first 30, 45 minutes or whatever, then go into my show. I'm glad you're long-winded because I'm definitely, hey, pretty gray eyes. Listen, it's okay. It's okay. I know sometimes the notifications don't be notifying. And we need that to be a little bit better, but we still like hope for the best. But I want to give some love to CJ, also throwing a tippy poo in my jar. Thank you, baby. We are definitely breaking down that little bitch. I mean, it's 200, but it's a little under what I'm trying to do here today, but we're chipping away at it. Thank you so much, CJ. Happy Black History Month. Hey, it's the last day, but it's always Black History Month with us. And hey, appreciate you for being a part of this conversation, my friend, and hope you're doing well. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit that like button, subscribe, share, become part of this family, and drop a little love in my jar if you feel like it with paypal.me/Matty-Rants. Cash App $, my Matt924. Again, Matt924 and Venmo Matty-Rants. If you see Cash App Matty-Rants, that's not my Matty-Rants anymore. It's not mine, I promise you. That account is literally closed. Tito! I don't know why they keep accepting stuff, though. Tito, I get a little notification. I'm like, I can't even touch it. Thank you so much for the super chat. It's windy in here. I don't know the reference, and I just pretended like I did. I'm so sorry. I'm a liar. I'm Torito. I'm so sorry. I was like, let me pretend like I know what's happening. I don't know. Help me, someone help. Help. Did I poot? Is it because is the like help? I don't know what's going on. Neither does Discord, as this is the most colored people that's been on her lap in a long time. Woo! Matthew, stop. And it's just Juicy. Ow! Okay, anywho. No, I'm playing. But once she gets the off of her, yes. Ooh, these shoes. Ooh, they are so ugly. Jane, when I tell you, I'm kind of here for your spiraling a little bit just because I kind of do it often myself and pray that someone will still love me. But Jane has been in the top 8 weeks in a row and has only won once. So yeah, we're getting to a level of what is going on? What can I do? How is this possible? It's always something. What's happening here? And I want Jane to low-key do very well. If I'm being honest with you, I think Jane is a contender to win this. And the only way she's not winning it is if she fuck up. Nothing else. You know what I mean? Okay, once we talked about body sizes and underwear sizes and all that good stuff, RuPaul Charles steps into the workroom ready to serve ice cream and also to let us know that you do not need to hem the bottom of your pants. You can just tuck them into the shoe and it's going to look okay. That looks wild. I love RuPaul down. This shit looks crazy to me. The bottom of this pant, I'm so sorry. Move, heifer. This, did something happen in style that I just missed where we don't need to hem? And hear me out, because, you know, I'm a church boy, so that's where I'm getting at. My mama taught me how to hem my pants. That's why I tell you I can hand stitch. It's going to take me forever to make something, but I can hand stitch now. Hold on. I don't need it to be like flood, you know, water level. Or you know what I mean? I just need that sucker to be like on the, like right where it's supposed to when she's walking. So the way it's tucked in takes me out of the suit itself. And I almost wish the suit coat was a little bit more fitted. That may just be the style of what this is giving. I don't know any better because I think the suit still is pretty, but I just was like, I kind of want that pant to not look so messy. It looks so messy. It really do. It really do. But listen, I told you we were going to finally get a mini challenge, and I literally predicted it was going to be some voting shit. And then who is the sponsor? What is it? No Rice? Grinder? What was Raven's old profile again? I forget. Because I would never put some shit like that on my motherfucking page. I just said I wasn't going to swear no more. Here I go again. The Mask for Mass crowd and the girls who like to get plowed, Grinder, is sponsoring this mini challenge where they need to answer questions that, you know, are very point-based. Once you get the most amount of points, you win said challenge, and maybe, nope, nothing else to go with it. Okay, cool. Athena had to answer a lot, which was she's going to lie about her age. She's going to steal this. She's going to do that. It's Athena. And then everyone said, who is going to be the next person to go home? And the majority of them said Kenya, even though Mikey and Athena said Discord. Ooh, right? And I think one of my favorite parts of this, and it may be just because the Christian in me, was like, Kenya said, well, that's not going to happen in the name of Jesus Christ. Kenya, you might have to say that every episode. Because you were sitting next to Satan, literally. Elizabeth Warren over here, a fool. Bianca was absolutely correct with calling this one Elizabeth Warren. Probably also hates Beyonce too. But Kenya and Discord win the challenge by both having the same points. They got to split $2,500, which is $1,250 a piece, $1,250 a piece. That's cute, right? But Kenya, you might have to say that every episode, sister, include God. And you're like, when Jesus says, yes, that lady said, in the name of Jesus Christ, I won't. It was in the top this week, technically. I was like, oh, someone is with the spirit. God is in the room. They're in the room. Oh my God. I had a little giggle over that. But yes, now they're told that their maxi challenge is going to be. She was, Shay. I think she was. Hold on. Let me answer that real quick. Because I'm not going to. I love y'all, so I want everyone to have their piece. And if I stay and focus on too much, we'll do it back and forth, and y'all are going to take me as argumentative, and I want to be. She was to me. She was to me, and I'm going to keep that. And then on Untucked, everyone else agreed she was in the high spot. And when Kitty was like, I think I'm at the top, they're like, yeah, hold that. I was like, all right. They all felt that. Now we can have a different conversation. You feel me? We could go down that road a little bit differently, but from the narrative of the show, in an Untucked, they said that girl was high. Now I'm going to tell you what I feel. 2 highs, high, safe, low, high, safe. If that makes any sense. Like it was like Discord and Kenya were up there just to have a conversation. Even though Kenya got all positive critiques until Jamal spoke. And then Discord got a whole lot of, you really tried. And that was cool. And we liked that. And I was like, the fuck? That was my whole bit with Discord's critiques. It was kind of like, it doesn't look good, but it looks great. And you didn't do, I was expecting this, but that was like, why is she up here then? Like, what is this critique? Whereas with Juicy, they got critiques that were definitely, oh, you're in trouble. When they're splitting hairs and they want to say that bullshit. And the same thing with Athena. It was like, oh, okay, so it's going to be Athena versus Juicy. Even though I'm looking at Discord like, I don't know. That's how I looked at it. I saw it was Noah's Ark. There we go. We were on Noah's Ark and we were going in twos. That's exactly what that was. We were on the Ark, baby. And he said, by 2, we're going to walk you in. But the Rusical is based off of the musical Annie. It's a hard knock life, all that good stuff. But it's also infused with a very iconic, popular, I don't even know how you want to put it. I don't know how you want to put it. Paris is Burning. Okay. It's one of my favorite movies to ever exist. It's one of my favorite documentaries to ever exist. The day I saw it as a young queer, it did exactly what it needed to. I needed to see people that looked like me, that were in that sort of situation and all that stuff that was going on. It led me into my own ballroom life out here in Houston, as well as investing my time and energy into understanding the scene and what the terminology and language is. Again, this is not clocking it. This is an applause. Okay. I hate when things get appropriated like that, especially from ballroom culture. But the realty about this, and I saw some pushback, also from an account that used to follow me that's kind of turned into some sort of hateful, like, oh, I love Drag Race, but if you don't like my opinion, I'm going to attack you kind of account, right? But shout out to Tins Magazine. Call it what it is. Drag Race was definitely taking ballroom culture, and they were turning a lot of the terminology that is ballroom based, and they were bastardizing it, and they were culture vulturing off of the show, and they were creating words and terminologies that were not okay to use. Like death dropping is not a real fucking thing. It was always called a dip. Now, the thing is that you can say it's a death drop in terms of drag performance. That's fine. But then when you incorporate that the girl was voguing and you use that language and then say the death drop is that when it's actually a dip, that is when there's a problem. And that's where we have a conversation about language and terminology and what you feel you own and what you feel is free to use and what we feel needs to be respected as well as needs to be given their actual time, right? Okay, cool, bet. So for me, I'm going, how are they going to do this? But Tins called it because it is true. They did take a lot of the terminology. They made their own shit up slowly but surely because more people who were in ballroom, like Mariah, Aja, this, that, and the other, that were then Maya, the rest, you know what I'm saying, that were then in there, Kiana. Also, shout out to Nikki Doll, too, because Nikki Doll made sure they were saying the right shit on Drag Race France. I know a lot of the international seasons were keeping the right terminology versus the American one, but we'll keep it back. They kept on making sure that, yes, there is an element of drag that goes into ballroom because sometimes there are categories for drag in the ballroom scene, okay? And so they do exist together, but just don't take away from one and then create something new and then tell people that's what it is. And then you're telling people who are part of the actual scene, you're not correct. That's why you have clocking it right now being used wrong. It's literally that. It's not because we're evolving and changing the language and we need to move on from that. No. You're just taking something away from somebody else and you're making it something that's yours. And then you're telling them they can't have that. No. If you want to clock it, it should be like one boob. Clock it. That I can see. Clock it. But when you do this, that's an applause, sweetheart. I hate to tell you, but I love to tell you. It is true. So some people got mad at Tens for just calling this out and like, y'all are doing this and the other, but it just proves their point that you want to take, you don't want to respect, you don't want to give, you just want to receive. And that's the appreciation and the response I hate to see happen, where it's like, we're so caught up in Drag Race's world, we can't just respect the other worlds that are also being used on Drag Race to drive narratives and stories around. So like, they both can exist, but just be clear, Drag Race has spent many a time not giving the girls their dues, but always borrowing from that community, this, that, and the other. Y'all already fuck up the word trade every single day by thinking it's somebody who is simply attractive, and that is not what trade means. And we're not telling you can't know what the word means, but you're just taking it and you're running with it. And now people are using it, and it's like, that's not how it's supposed to be used. So people will be using it out of place. Okay, I'm done. I was like, oh my God, I didn't want to do this, but it just sat on my spirit. It sat on my spirit because RuPaul even says voguing and nogging, because like nogging is literally something that Naomi and Deshawn, shout out to Deshawn, I got to meet him fine in person, came up with to talk about how people are mocking voguing by nogging. And they're trying to I'm trying to participate. No, girl, we'll learn how to do it then. Don't go out there and look a fool. That's how you girls get chopped. They don't get participation trophies in ballroom, sweetheart. Maybe at an OTA, maybe for the Kiki seed. I don't think so. I ain't seen it, but like, you ain't getting none. Is there ballroom videos you recommend for learning the language? Fatima, I'm literally going to tell you to start at Paris is Burning. I'm then going to tell you to go into, actually, you know what else is really good? If you want to see sort of a different take, or, oh my God, I can't believe I'm saying this. Y'all going to gag. Because remember, they shout out to the show, House on Fire. Okay, y'all know where I'm going with this, because shout out to them, because they reached out to me to cover the show and they gave me the first couple of episodes. I really did appreciate them. Shout out to that house. Shout out to them all. I appreciated Zao, got to meet them and everything. Paris is Burning is where I'm going to tell you where to start. After that, go into another good one. Okay, hold on. Because I want to tell her to go like get into the Naomi videos if you want to see how like real voguing is done. And Deshaun Wesley is another good one. Yeah, by all means, we appreciate allies in the community. And I'm always here for like, let me at least give you like a reference point to start somewhere. But honestly, Paris is Burning is one of, if not the easiest to consume and find, where it gives you a really good base introduction of ballroom. And it's going to show you some stories, and a lot of the references you hear on Drag Race and other shows, you're going to see in Paris is Burning. Touch this skin, all of this skin, that boom, right there. And then you get into Venus Extravaganza story, you get into the House of La Beige, Peppa La Beige, Corey Dor. Oh, that's another thing too. Start at Paris is Burning. And then what you can do, here you go. Thank you, Eve. That was another one. I was trying to get the name of it. I'm subscribed. Ballroom Culture TV is a good one. We're going to get some conversations there. Legendary, if you can find it. That's a little bit more TV based, but you're going to get a little idea for like the commercial consumer. Do you want to do a Paris is Burning watch along on Patreon? Sold, Shay. To the winner. To the winner. I would say, yeah, you got it. We'll do it on Patreon. We'll do, as a matter of fact, that will be our before Pride in March. I will do a special watch along video on Patreon and break down a lot of scenes to y'all and stuff I can talk about as someone who has lived the experience of being in a house back in the day, the house of ground, darling. Back in the day, shout out to my babies. I used to love them days of ballroom child, but I also remember living in an apartment with 6 other people, sleeping on the floor sometimes, bitch, or sometimes having to share the bed with your friend, and then you getting up the next day, and we're trying to go to the ball really after the club. Club ends at 2, ball starts at 3. We not walking out that bitch till 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. Wendy's across the street. That was when Bartini's used to still be uh, there, because I remember going to balls at Bartini's. I got shot many times. I made it to one round one time. I was like, yes, girl. That one judge that wanted to sleep with me never let me have. I can tell y'all some stories now, okay? But like, that was the life. And it's something that a lot of people just don't experience, and it's not always like that for everybody. That was just the way I was going through so much or whatever when it came to ballroom scene and this and the other. But I give my love to every baby out there, the young ones who just got kicked out their houses, that just found their house, that just found their families, to those that are trying to navigate their adult life, knowing that they had to like think on their feet so quickly. There's a lot that goes to it, and so there's a struggle and a thriving and a rise that comes with the ballroom scene. That again, when we say, when people take the culture and they take the words out of it, that's what they're missing. They're missing a lot that comes from that community and that scene. And it's not just all Black people and Latinos and all this, that, and the other. There are white people in that community too, but they pay respects. They come in and they do the work. It's not, I saw you on TV and I can cack that. No, Miss Thing. They went to a class, and you can find classes now. Shit. Okay, cool. Matt, get off the boat. Boom. So Annie the Rusical. Annie the Musical meets Paris is Burning. Boom. I need to call my friend Eason. I need to call Wayne, Sebastian. There's some people who I used to know back in the day that I haven't talked to in forever, but if I saw them, it's all love. That will have the full stories about our days in this club, in the scene, and all of that. And I wasn't just out there voguing girls and doing all that. Maddie was also a J setter. And if you're in the gay community and the Black gay community especially, and you know what a J setter is, you've seen them did that for years, honey. Years. Okay, shout out to Joe. Shout out to my baby Joe. If you see some bald-headed sis out there bucking that swole, that was my captain. And he's in a video where he shows him like bucking a whole bunch of people. I think it was at Memphis Pride. I'm like, that was my captain. That's Joe, bitch. Yes. Still see him. It's all love. But that was my 20s. Oh, bitch. I went out and lived my full, my full life. Lived it all, honey. Lived it all. That's why we're here now. Because we were out there just doing the do. Let's talk about this role assignments, though, because I'm just talking. This was almost easy. Almost everybody just found their part, knew where they were going. It was all good to go. We get an issue when it comes to Fanny versus who got to be partners with Discord Bad Knees. Shout out to MC Deborah. That's one of my favorite people that's ever been a part of the community. A new cut, a new color. She needs a new cut, a new color. Also, my favorite is the oh God. Okay, keep it up. Everybody just knew where they wanted to go, but when it came to the lead role, Nene wanted to make a big move and go for the lead, but wasn't sure if they were going to do it right. But like, why not take the risk? It worked for them in Snatch Game. Okay, bet. But Mikey is like, bitch, I actually would like to utilize this BFA. I wanted to be a part of this community, but felt like it wasn't for me, and I stepped myself out of it. And so maybe this is going to be, my moment to finally get this shine again and do what I got to do. Mind you, Mikey got that W the first week, was high again. Not the first week, we got the W 2 weeks ago, was high again last week. So now we're trying to keep that momentum going, where Nene just came off of a win. So Nene wants to keep that rolling. It's like, all right. We got to the auditions, and I love how Mikey said, let's do the audition. Let's go. And Nene's like, okay, I'm good. Like, bitch, I got this. Baby. Mikey did the role perfect. Like that first line read, I was like, oh, it's Mikey's. Oh, it's Mikey's down. Oh, it's Mikey's down. It's Mikey's down. Here come Nene. It sounded like a whole man. I was like, oh. I was like, no, it's Mikey's. It's Mikey's. And then Nene starts to spiral. But no, that's the role I wanted. I need this role. I'm going to lose it. I can't be the other character. Then, hold on. It gets worse. Nene, you got to be fucked up. Girl, how are you going to go? Well, if I can't get the role for Fanny, then my other option is Miss, what's it called, character, Athena's character, the bougie bitch. Athena already had picked the character. Return. Everybody got what they wanted. Everyone was going down the line. Yes. The time for you to get that character was when Athena was saying, that's for me, before it was locked in. You went through a whole audition for Fanny. Didn't get it via the community vote, and then had the nerve to go, well, do I have to accept that? Yes, bitch, because you just said, let's do auditions, and Mikey was the room's favorite, so yeah, you gotta accept it. To which Mikey then goes, and Mikey, is Mikey Libra? I was over here like, yo, there's no way. Y'all are kind. You are kind, you was smart, and you was important. Bitch, if you want the role, I will go ahead and take the other character. Then Nene starts to, wait, why are you giving me this role? Oh my God, what if I fuck up the role? It's going to be a lot of words and this and the other. Hold on. Hold it. And I'm like, you got your way. You threw a hold on. Love you, sister. You got your way though, but you threw a tantrum. And you made everybody go off, and you're like, oh, I don't want to do this to them. It's like you are literally spiraling in front of everybody, and you're bringing them in. Pull it together, Nene, because, like, what are you talking about? You just got your way to then turn around and go, I don't want that role anymore. You can have it. The other one I was thinking of, Athena going, wait. Oh. Y'all, mind you, I'm a Virgo rising. So I'm a Libra sun, Virgo rising, and a Gemini moon. This would have tore me apart watching her do this. I would have cussed her clean out and then had to apologize later. I'm not even lying to you. I'd had to cuss her out, go in my hotel room and feel so bad about it to come back in the next day. Girl, I am so sorry. Like, I just needed you to know all that shit you were doing was just hitting the room. Like, we're trying to start this show. Everybody else is clear to lock. You didn't get your way. We then gave you your way, and now you don't want your way. Ha! I'm indecisive as well, but at one point in time, you got to choose between Burger King and McDonald's. Whose fries are better? Winner. You figured it out. Like, oh my goodness. But yeah, I don't know. I relate to Nene's like full-on scale of panic. Trust me, I was doing that this morning. I'm still low-key doing it. But I also have learned to like check it so that way I'm not projecting it. Because I've been known in the past, and y'all even seen in videos, projecting that energy. It's like, bitch, okay, just go sit in a room somewhere, pray on it, and come back. Find you some business, Mr. Business. But yeah, Nene, it drove us a little bit crazy, but you know, still like me some Nene. I got some tippy poos I need to give some hollers to. Did I say holla? It just reminds me of that one song from Spice Girls. You make me wanna holla, holla. You make me wanna holla, holla. It's terrible. Also, random ADHD moment. I am very excited for that Backrooms movie coming out. Hyped. I have gone down the deep iceberg rabbit hole levels of the backroom stuff, y'all. Give it to me. Inject it in my veins. I want creepy horror right now. Right now. Okay. Sorry. Hold on. I have to refresh my app because here we go. CJ, thank you again for the tippy poo. Another one on Keisha for proud of RuPaul for saying no ging. I know. Admit it, lady, man, grown man. Thank you for the tippy poo. And DW, thank you so much for the love on Cash App. I'm on playback, sending love. Oh, sending you love too. Maybe you'll catch up because I'm just been talking. And again, thank y'all for tuning in. Hit that like button, share, subscribe, become part of this Red Pack family. I appreciate you for being here today. If you do want to throw me a little bit of love in my jar, I am trying to raise a little coin tots today. I'm actually, where am I at? Like 40%? A little bit of the goal I had in mind. No, I'm not. No, you're overestimating about 25. Yeah, but still, we got hope. So if any, I said, oh my God, no, gross. So if you do want to throw any love in my jar, please and thank you. It's PayPal.me for social rants. Catch up with us on Matty-Rants and Venmo, but hit that like button, get in the comment section. You know what to do. Mikey got Fanny. Nene ended up with Discord for the original role. Did not get to take the role from Athena. Finally pulled it together. A moment of crisis. We're going to wish our sister well, okay? She spirals. I was sad to find out that Gabe passed away. I don't know that man from a lick of spit, but I'm so used to seeing him in this position, okay? And, honestly, creating some really cool tracks, as well as giving so much to the Drag Race community. So when they did show that that Gabe passed away recently at the end of this episode, I don't know if y'all saw that via your recordings or not, sending love to his family and friends. And honestly, thank you, Gabe, for all that you put into the show on some real shit, like real talk, because you got to realize this man been here for a while, okay? And I also want to give him credit because that track that he produced with Kenya and Juicy, that was the best one. Even though the Rusical was great and I enjoyed it myself, I'm telling, that was my favorite song and the only one that felt ballroom. Everything else was a little hip hop hairy, a little bit of that. When that song popped up, I was like, oh baby, we've made it to the room. We're here. Shout out to Leland too, always coming through for Drag Race. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna keep this light. We're not gonna go too deep. We're gonna talk about really what was happening and what wasn't. So, shout out to Athena for literally rapping like Dr. Seuss, rhyming, talking in a pace like Dr. Seuss. Her setup to go home was so real this episode. Did you feel that as well? Comment in the live chat. It's up on the board. I said, oh, she gone. It was the Athena and Juicy moment of them losing their, sister and their auntie, the tita and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, okay, all right, okay. And then we get here, and I was like, no, you thought Kenya. Eve, it's Black History Month. I'm not happy with you, sister play. When she said Jesus, I know, my God. So she was good. Do you understand? Get some faith, Eve. No, I'm playing. I'm sorry. Find your way back to God, Eve. I'm just playing. If she said his name, she was gonna be fine. Oh, no. I thought it was gonna be Discord because Discord was like, hunched over very much. Yes, master. I'm just looking for a role that is not going to require me to dance or sing. So I'm just looking for whatever is on here to where I have to do the least amount of work. That don't deserve to stay at all. Chop. 1, 2. We get over here to Kenya. Athena, let me get off of you because you was making sounds with your mouth and it was weird. Actually, Mikey was eating. Mikey can sing. Come on, Mikey, sing. Can't sing, Mike, sing. Go ahead. Ooh, no. I don't know what you are, or what you were doing, but right now I'm in a good mood, and so that's where this energy is coming from. But I'm going to stop you before you start. God bless you, and I send you love. Jane was doing it. Jane was good. Jane was doing it. Did what needed to be done. I said, okay. Yeah, I like that. Like, bitch, and y'all know I'm sober. I'm not playing that That's not even playing that right now. That's disgusting. Watch yourself. We respectful of this rule. Juicy was in trouble. Her and her mama had the worst recordings. That's why Eve, I'm like, how are you gonna say Kim? But I get it also. It's the track record. Juicy got up there, no life in the vocal. I was like, that's not gonna work. Her mama sound like, hi, my name is Athena. This is my name. Ha, da, 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 da. It was like, okay, no. Kenya got up there. I said the voice was made for ballroom. Even did you literally, if I was next to you, that would be the whole thing I would do. So very big brother, no, just sibling energy right there. Okay. Very panel coded. That was panel coded because we have different opinions. The entire panel has different opinions about this week's episode. I got a little Kevin Prodigy out of her too, Nick. Not gonna lie. I was hearing that voice was perfect for the MC role. It was kind of, if I'm gonna be that person, designed for her character to where if anybody else took it, it wouldn't have sounded as good. If anybody else did that character, it would have been hot dog water. Nobody else would have been able to give that kind of voice and make it feel authentic to the experience, which again, this is why I was so hyped for Kenya this week, because I was like, this challenge low-key was set for you. And if you fuck it up, then it is definitely time for you to go home. But you're the only one still there who is ballroom coded. Juicy's not ballroom coded. Juicy can dance her ass down. Please don't confuse someone who's a good dancer with somebody who is actually invested in the community, which Kenya has confirmed they are. Oh no, Eve, I don't think anyone's saying that in particular to you specifically, but there are some people who are like actively pissed off online right now. Yeah, I was reading the chat while still talking too, so I look at me. I was in it. I was like, I don't think they were referring to you wanted to go home, but more so there's like this narrative online, like, how was she staying and she didn't do it? It was like, it wasn't like, I mean, get to her runway, we'll go talk, but no, mama did the challenge. She definitely wasn't gonna go home this week. Not this week, maybe next week, because it's a makeover challenge. You want to know what the next 2 episodes are going to be about? I don't have the tea, but I did see from my YouTube TV, as I'm watching the show right now, we're getting a makeover challenge next week and a roast after that. It's the roast of Alyssa Edwards. They said toast in the title, and I'm like, interesting. I said, so a makeover challenge, might be in trouble because we've seen the closet. That's where I'm with Eve on that one. It's like, I don't know what's gonna happen next week. Okay. Now, Discord having to walk with someone. Imagine they give her a straight man that can't move, and she's still able to like I'm just saying that may be her caregiver to help her walk down the runway, if you will. Possible. If Juicy don't know how to paint some beat, then it may be bad for her. Like, there's options here. The only people I don't see having trouble are Jane, because she don't bottom. Nene, I think, will do fine. Makeover challenge. Oof. I wonder what Darlene's going to do for that one. I don't know. I have questions for next week. Next week is going to be interesting. And then it seems like the queens who were eliminated are returning. Y'all saw that little part? I wonder. I'm in... I'm wondering. Okay. But no, Ken she did their job today. I was proud of my little baby. I was like, come on, sister. Carlos, glad to see they called someone in ballroom. I'm going to be real, though, and say you can only do so much with the people who you are given. And Jamal was also a part of this conversation as well, and he was not there for the ballroom aspects of it all. I feel Carlos was there for a couple of the girls' keys, and that's it. That's it. But Carlos did his job for Juicy and Kenya. You know what I'm saying? For the other girls, it was like, oh, it's gonna be a lot of nogging. That's fine, Athena. But the other shit was very hip hop 101, and that was Jamal's forte. I was like, yeah, it's definitely given very much back in the day choreography, and we're not going any further with that, and that's cute. But Mikey and Darlene, great duo. These two, we know Nene got a little bit of something in there. There's a little pepper, maybe a little garlic powder, onion powder, a little paprika, a little bit. I'm not giving someone a gold star for learning the Running Man. I'm not giving you a smelly sticker. I'm Kenya. I am hollering in this corner, watching these two people learn very basic stuff. Scooting their feet and then push, girl, this thing, and your posture is still fucked up. I have so many questions. I'm Jane too. I'm hollering at Kenya, talking about yes. Come on with it, yes. They better move. Jane is stupid. Discord giving legend. She's legendary. She's coming for the girls. They were over there hollering because it looked crazy. Like, no, like you in the audience can sit there on RuPaul's tit and play that game of we're going to give the girl that looks like she has osteoporosis, fucked up knees, rickety ankles, and a really bad back on that runway. You can do that. I'm getting tired of it. That boot scoop boogieing bullshit that we saw her run down the runway with. I'm coming, mama. That's ridiculous. Girl, you can't even walk in a regular dress and you put on something you really can't walk in. Please put her on a dolly and push her forward. Stop, show her off, push her again. Stop, show her off, push her again. But she don't need to walk no more. Dr. Scholes is not the issue. That's not the problem. That girl needs to go see a fucking chiropractor. Bad. Okay, Matthew, continue. It's like she's walking on nails. Like, how does that happen? Like, oh, I don't want to break the light bulbs on the floor. Why are you walking like that, sister? Are you tiptoeing around the house? What's taking up? She look a mess, and I can't take it no more. Pop, I can't. I was like, why is this posture like awful? Nene feels bad after what happened with Mikey the previous day. It really wasn't that deep, but glad to see that they're just moving on past it. But Mikey's really feeling the fantasy because this is something they've always wanted to do. And this is the first time they felt super confident in whatever they're presenting on this stage, as well as for the judges, because it's almost like a love letter to themselves, right? I'm like, bet. I would look at Jamal Sims like, we're doing the Running Man. Can I ask, let's go over the track and hear that part? They would call me difficult. I'd be all right with that. Let me lip sync. Not to that song that y'all gave them to lip sync to, because that was that lip sync song trash. But like, yeah, I'm like, girl, you want us to do the what? Can you give me some choreography, please? Not some like we're doing this for 8 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn 1. That's corn. That's no. You gave them the most basic choreography, and we're giving gold stars. Don't like that. Discord should have been in the back with Nene if that was the tea. And Darlene should have been sitting up in her place. I'm going to keep it. I think Darlene should have been the one that was up there versus Discord. If we're going to give like halfway remarks on something. That didn't make not a lick of sense. Nene sitting back there, but Discord up here because you were expecting what? I'm sorry to punch that point so much, but it really did bother me that they're giving Kenya basically a harder grading score to work off of here, but we're going to acknowledge someone's presence for looking just a little less trash than what they actually were, even though it was still booty. I don't give participation trophies. No, thank you. I'm glad some of y'all seen the Darlene feel too, because I was like, Darlene's look was great. She did a good job as the dog. She didn't take away from Mikey, but at the same time had her little moments of, she's literally as big as Scooby-Doo, a goddamn Great Dane. Okay. Not Darlene with Scooby-Doo's cousin. What was his name with the red hat that was like, That's funny. Damn, I forgot to get the full picture of this dress, and I'm so mad at myself right now. I thought I did this with the edit. I was working on this all morning. Let's talk about this dress, though. Let's y'all pretend that you remember the full bit. It's a beautiful gown, isn't it? I don't. I like the dress. I like the gloves. I was kind of like, okay, when they showed the back part of it. It's something up here. Is that, I don't know if anybody else is getting that. I like the dress and the gloves. But when we got here, I was like, I don't know. It's, again, if I saw Rue in person in this, I more than likely would think this is gorgeous. And I guess I feel like sometimes when I'm critiquing anything that she wears, I'm like, I know if I saw it in person, I'd live. Like every time, I'm like, I know if I saw that, I'd be like, all right, bitch. But right here, I don't know. I'm kind of, okay, I'm going to be real. I don't like these wigs on her anymore. I don't like these Great Depression wigs. I don't like these, I've got two maids in the back and they can't pee in the house kind of wigs. I really don't. I'm just not a fan of this kind of hair no more. Ooh, Eve, that would have been a great. Oh, I love that wig. Oh my god, that was a good wig. I like it when Rue does red hair in oranges, red, orange, like very burnt colors and very like copper tones and stuff. I live for that kind of shit. She looks really good with a red and an orange kind of hair. Really good. Really, 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 really good. I don't know why. I mean, the blonde is signature, but for me now, it's kind of like, I just want to see you go into a different fantasy a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, I don't think we've seen her in a black unit either. I don't think we've ever seen her with even the deep brown, like a very dark brown. Maybe we have, and it's been a long time. I don't know. Rue do whatever she want to do. That's a rich man right there. But I just wanted something, that blonde is getting a little tired. And this is pissy blonde to me. It's just a little pee. Just a little, you need a little more water. But yeah, I also didn't like the makeup. But Rock Me Amadeus wig is such a great way to look at that. Thank you, baby. Peace to Mateo. Thank you so much for the super chat. Larray was definitely in trouble. Stupid. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you again, Peace. Discord gave hip-hop workout routine. It was very much that Bob Burgers episode when Bob wanted to learn how to dance for Linda and he ended up with that lady and her son, as well as that one video that they're referencing where the woman's like, we're learning hip-hop. Like, it was that. And that it's always going to be funny to me. Nine Tail Phoenix, thank you for the super chat. The minion from Spy Kids wig is the... Okay. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. Can't. I won't, and I will not. Thank you. That was funny. Urban Frugal Chick. Thank you so much for the super chat. Betty, do you believe in the Rusical curse? Queens that win these never win Drag Race. If so, great for Mikey. LOL. I saw so many people posting that Jane won the Rusical. So no, they were like, no. You never know what's happening. You never know. It may be literally what takes place. They could not want Jane to win because they're like, we need her again for an All-Stars, and we just can't wait for winners. I don't know, because Jane is very good. I love Jane's drag, man. So I don't know. I kind of don't want to believe it, but It could be. It could be. I hope not, though. Jane's doing really good, and that would super suck. Peace to Mateo. They were super chat. Tell Raven to call Gigi good for the wigs, mama. There's too much texture in those. Peace to Mateo. They want to take from the culture, not borrow. Borrowing would mean they'd have to give it back. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Become a part of this Ram Pack family. I appreciate you for being here today. Hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Become a part of this Ram Pack family. And if you'd be so kind, hit that thumbs up button and get in this comment section. And if you would like to drop a little love in my jar, it will go a long, long way. Keep my lights on. I'm like 100. If you would like to throw some love, please and thank you. It's PayPal.me/Matty-Rants, Cash App $924 and Venmo Matty-Rants. I'm a single father of 2 furry felines, so anything and everything that you give is super appreciated and muy importante. But that comment section and your participation is also important. I think Rue does look good. I just am tired of what possibly gives get back into the barn Mabel wigs. I don't like that. Michelle Visage looks good. Good. Go ahead, Michelle. Puss. I do wish that this what's happening underneath, which gives me like an under either corset or dress moment, wasn't beige, and it was also a matching pink to go underneath it. For me, that's just for me, but I still think she looks super pretty. I needed it to be the same color though, because it to me, I think would have added a little bit more depth to what's happening here versus being this white right there that's happening. But I still think she looks really, really good. What's up, Malika? What's up, everybody? I'm going to get to this live chat. I'm going to do my little shout outs in a minute before we get to before we get to the Rusical, because there's a lot of y'all who are in for the later part of this live. Jamal Sims is a plant. And I'm going to keep it there. Love him down. Let me tell you something. I let that man have shit. Fine. But sometimes his critiques make me go, they told you to say that, huh? They told you to see that. I don't think that you really feel that way. I don't think you've been here long enough to understand the theater, Jamal. Alexis. Oh, Catherine O'Hara, we miss you. Alexis, I need to watch Schitt's Creek tonight. What about the baby? This man gives hope to all 5 and belows. Benny Blanco. Every time I see him, I'm like, I just know you are here to make people who know better feel better. I know it. I just know that is because, like, your purpose for being there was to be a representative of Selena because she couldn't get out of bed. What's happening? For reasons we know why, but like, I'm sorry. What? Like, huh? Like, okay, let's talk about his commentary. I'm sorry, are you like a professional dancer or something? Oh, you're not? Whoa, I would have thought so. I'm sorry, are you like in theater or something like that? You're not? Whoa, I would have thought that so much. Are you joking me? You're joking me. I'm no, for real though, TC Rock, for real though. Like, every time I see him, I'm like, damn, you give the base level of okay looking motherfuckers and ugly dudes hope. Not a decent looking man. The base level before you hit hope. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. I don't like Selena. I don't even know what it is, girl. No shade. Like, on a real note, I know you're fragile as glass right now, but like, I like, does he make you feel better? Like, and it can't just be the words of affirmation, sister. I'm so sorry. I have to rock your knock right now. It can't be. He looked like he stank. Like, he looked like Post Malone before he met Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all remember when we saw Post Malone out there for the show, and it was like, oh my God, he took a bath. And we knew, because we could visibly see he had Dove Bar in his like back pocket. He got a lot. I know he got to have some coin. I know he gotta have some coin. I mean, coin tattoos. I hate that I'm talking about him like this, but every time I see him, I go, ugh. I just can't help it. He's a music producer. You know, he's a music producer and he's produced some songs, including the one that we had to listen to for this lip sync. But God bless him. I think. I don't know. Should I say that? You see, Fatima, he's the definition of behind the scenes. But you know what? That man got way more money than me right now and probably got less worries in his mind like I do. So, Biddy, pop off, brother. I'd love to have your cointadas. I don't want all your problems either, but like my broke ass to you rich bitch, pop off, sister. Cloud, listen. Hey, if that was the vibe, I'm not even knocking your sister, brother. The others, they, them, and whatever's. I mean, like, for real though, me personally wouldn't touch down. Never. But that's why they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and there's somebody for everybody. But Selena don't make him look good. That's my point. There are some people who are not cute, and they get with somebody, it's like, okay, I can see. No. I see a Lamiso monster that has pubic hair for the top of their head. Chop. Like, who saw that episode where Cartman had to eat the chili? See, Shay. See, now that would make me wet. Because that's multi-millionaire. That's not, I got 9 in the bank, I got 8 in the bank. That's multi. That's double dig. Worth $50 million. Fine as fuck. Y'all better talk to Jay-Z. Old Camel Joe was selling cigarettes and then met Beyonce. I'm playing. He wasn't selling cigarettes either. Ooh. On roll today. I'm about to just drop everything on the table. I'm so sorry. Definitely wasn't cigarettes. Certainly wasn't Lucy's. You don't like the J-Fro? I like it on some people. No, I like Jay-Z's music. I can't talk about him right now because, well, you know why. But like, it's Beyonce forever in this house. But still, if she were to leave that man, I wouldn't be upset at all. I wouldn't be upset at all. See, and my poor ass is worth. So yeah, he's doing something right, and he's talented. Just to look at. So on to the Rusical, y'all. Shout out to Mikey. Mikey, you low-key cleared. I was hyped, even with the dancing that sometimes registered almost borderline, like, what? It was less cornballish than the mops that came out. I thought the singing was great. I thought the tone and texture was perfect. I do kind of think that Mikey played it a little, not even 50 cents. Wait, Shay, what do you mean? Oh no, I almost said something that would make y'all hate me because I thought you were talking about 50 Cent. I'm like, I think he's more attractive to Bernie, but do not receive that. I think there was a comment that Plasma made about it needing to be just a little bit more in terms of what Mikey was doing. I lightly agree, but I still was locked in and thought it was a great performance, but I almost feel like there could have been just a little more thrown in there. But I got to tell you, Darlene was doing a good job as the dog, and they were making sure it was silly and campy and cornballish in the right ways possible. I love how the dog looks like old boy from Meatballs. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Is it Meatball or Spaceballs? I think I meant Spaceball, not Meatball. Meatball is a movie that, well, yeah, isn't it? Because there was like several different versions. I remember one of the Meatball movies had like an alien. That shit looked weird. But no, I was talking about Spaceballs. Yeah? Yeah, shade. No shade. That man may be horrible, but like, brick house. Okay. Like, god damn. Yup. But he's horrible. See how we all have difference in opinions? I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't be mad to look at that. I can't. No, but moving on. It was a good start to the play to the Rusical. It's a good start to the play. Yo, it's terrible. But I will say this was my favorite part. Again, Rome. That is why I said beauty is the eye of the beholder. Okay. All right, moving on. I swear to God. Ginny. Oh my God, please, y'all. This is why I didn't like to chat. Sometimes I just have to keep on moving. Okay. This was my favorite part of the Rusical. Kenya and Juicy, even though they were like, Juicy, you weren't giving nobody. I thought Juicy did fine, personally, but this was the best track, the most ballroom feeling moment of the entire Rusical to me. And I have to thank these two for that, as well as the production behind it, and even the dancers were doing what they needed to do. Whoever this little short doo-wop is right here, go ahead. I know normally the ones in your position be giving little verse bottom tees, but baby, I was like, oh, he is cute. Pop off. Pop off. I need to get my arms like that. We're trying to get there. It's not there yet. We got to get you just a little bit more. I need more protein, just a little bit. Yeah. Not there, but better than they were before. Protein is just so expensive now. I should just buy the powder and then just make my smoothies. That's what I'll do the next time I go to the grocery store. Cat food, protein powder, and I need a protein because I'm doing ready to make meals for the rest of the month of March. Face, that body. I was like, yes. I thought it was puss. I said Kenya knew the words. They was bullshit, you sister. You did a whole moment they showed where it was like, she's not lip syncing. Well, she was done because at that part, it was category closed. What are you talking about? Juicy, if they were going to give her a critique about anything, it should have just been for the way that it sounded for her verse versus for her not emoting enough with the face. Because I'm like, well, her track is also giving monotone Halle Berry tease. So what is she supposed to do outside of that? To me, I was like, the physicality was right there. I'm looking at some of the facial acting proportions here. I was kind of like, Kenya definitely stole the show. And I know we got some Juicy lovers over here, and I'm a big fan of Juice too, but you're going to have to let that box go. Kenya kind of ate her, and it was the truth. They both did well, though, and I still don't think that Juicy was in a position to be in the bottom initially from my take on looking at things, just to be honest. Not Miss Fierce Delicious look good. She do look a little bit like Fierce Delicious right there. Except this Fierce Delicious can dance. This one can. Juicy can. I think I'm going to say it. I do agree that Athena, even though I didn't want her to be in the bottom, I was kind of like, she came out there and it was the heaviest of the nogging portion, if you will, because they made her give one of these, But she the way she did it, I don't even know if I can do it. I was like, oh, okay. It was so bad. It was like her arms kept doing that versus locking it in and going. And I keyed, honey. I was keyed, especially with how the vocals of the track were coming out. This is what I was told to sing to you. I'm the mother. This is where I'm going when I walk. It was like, oh my God. Okay, woo, stop. I love Athena, but no, it was bad. It wasn't horrible, but it was compared to everybody else, it was noticeable. Ooh, that's a good way to put it. Compared to everybody else, it was noticeable. That's the way I probably look doing it. Let me just walk the beauty or face category, okay? And just pose, sister. Give a little bit under here. Give a little bit of this. You see this, bitch? Hold on. Let me show you what's up. No shade. Athena was better than Discord. My bottom two was Athena and Discord. Just so we're clear. That was my bottom two. And I think Athena would have beat Discord. And then we can have a conversation about what happens next week. Because I kind of wanted to see Athena in the makeover challenge. And I think they didn't want her to be there because she might have won. Even with that muddy makeup and them garage door eyes. She literally is a mother to queens. Like that literally would go into the narrative of a makeover challenge. I get my girls in drag all the time. It's like, it's like, She gave what she thought needed to be given in the situation, and it wasn't really landing as hard as it needed to be. If maybe this didn't have the Paris is Burning infusion with it, and it was more based off of something like Mamma Mia or I don't know, the Book of Mormon maybe, or something else cock related, yeah, I think it would have really right on time with her, but it wasn't, and so she kind of stood out. Speaking of standing out, Nene, I gotta be real, like you being safe made a lot of sense for me this week, but your partner should have either been walking back there with you or been on stage to be told that you need to be possibly lip syncing for your life. Because this part to me was wild. I'm not even gonna lie to you. As these mops, this shit was wild, baby. I was like, okay, what the fuck is going on here? And then they start to dance. I watched on multiple occasions Discord not put her hands all the way up when they needed to be extended, not hit the full steps when they were supposed to be landed, be a beat behind at points in time. And you gave this bitch a gold star. Fuck you for that. I'm getting sick of it. And I like Discord on some of the other episodes, especially with Snatch Game. I'll be there with you to, yeah, that girl deserved to be in the top placement for that one. But this day, on this day, no. Not this at all. Stop. It's like bringing in somebody into like, okay, hey y'all, I'm going to bring somebody into this world of the community, y'all, and she don't really do good, but look at how pretty she is. Give her a gold star. No. I was like, this is crazy. Okay. Hip Hop Harry over here was foolery at all the times. Yeah, a lot of those rumors, it's funny because somebody was posting about that. They're like, damn, 5 of the rumors were wrong this season. I'm like, y'all gotta stop looking for that shit and just enjoy the show. It's like you go in with those spoilers, then already having a pre-based bias on who you know is going to do well while acting superior over others when people say they're not doing well because you're like, I know they're going to win, but you're not going to say that because you want to be the asshole about it. But then in reality, it's like all of a sudden, if it doesn't go your way, now you want to jump ship and act like, oh, I didn't know what was going on. Girl, please calm down. Like, watch the TV show, be here with the rest of us and move around. Tip these dolls when you see them. Be active in your community. Wipe your ass correctly. Jane ate. Jane don't miss for sure. Jane did the do. Now, Jane had the least amount of choreography, which is another reason why I was like, now, if Discord really wanted to look crazy, this should have been her part. But she knows she can't sing. So bow. But Jane ate. I was like, yep. I got the Miss Hannigan, Flanagan, Cannigan's reference down. The way she did her physicality with the performance was done. She did a Sierra Miss Lip, and it really added to the equation of looking crazy. And I thought it was right. I was like, go ahead, Jane. Like, this is a return to form. You've already been there. You've always been there. But stop second guessing yourself. You're going to turn into Nene. Nene, Coco, and Jane are low-key almost the same person on different spectrums of like spiraling out and being in the full headspace of the conversations with me. But I'm having a conversation with 10 of me. It's not turning into 20 of me. There's a crowd of people in my head. They're literally the same. Literally the same, just on different levels. Jane will talk herself through it, like real talk. She'll have that conversation out loud and still spiral. Where Nene's gonna do it internally. And then when she gives her reactions and responses, and then the reaction from the others isn't what she needs, it goes back into the room like, oh, okay, I'm back in the house again. Let me talk it out. Okay, come back. No, it's wrong again. Where Jane's like, I feel then I'm going to be in trouble because, and if I don't, then they're going to say this, and then if I were, and then it's very that. But no, Jane ate, and I liked it. I got some super chats. Let's get to it. I kind of did a good Jane. I like Jane. Kind of did a good Jane. When I'm in my confessional. Yeah. Ooh, not Selena PH. Ew, stop it. Okay, no, we're not getting into their bodies. Selena PH bounds all off because of this fool. Ew, ew, gross. But thank you for the super chat. Yuck. No yeast. Peace to Mateo. Thank you for the super chat. Athena giving Wendy Williams in that chair. Ooh, before or after? Peace. Thank you again, babes. Jane is what they wanted. Jane is what they wanted to be. No shade. Well, Jane looks better than that person, so I don't think I get where you're going with it, but physically speaking, and also on a level of looking very much less creepy from the jump, Jane don't fit that same category. But yeah, I get it. That's like, we can pull the Benny Blanco conversation I just had for this solo moment. You just be clear. One is more appeasing to the eye, where you also feel better by looking at them, where the other one, you can tell there's some nefarious shit happening with them. And then we were right. But no, shout out to Jane. She did that. It was good. It was good. I'm sorry. Boo, Benny. Tomato. Y'all are stupid. Oh, I'm having a good time this live. I hope y'all are too. I know this is a longer one than we normally do today. And then there's been like light conversation, like, why is Matt being so manic? I'm trying to tell y'all, this year, I'm trying to treat differently. I'm trying to have a different energy and attitude. Sometimes I get really excited. I've also been sober for a good fucking minute. So a little bit of my personality is starting to spew out of me a little bit. And so forgive me a little bit. But you're seeing the cornballish, nerdy, still fine, like good wine, Matty do what he do. I've been outside more often lately. So maybe that also is applying to the pressure. Yeah. I got some good friends, good people in my corner. I'm trying to look at things in a positive light. I got hit on at the grocery store recently. True story. Asked for my number and everything. I was like, what? I felt like Loretta Devine and Waiting to Exhale. I was like, what is happening here? They're not, yeah, they were 27. I was like, oh no, too young. But it was just nice to get a little hit on. I don't even think 27 is, yeah, it's a little too young, but like, it was just nice because I was like, I'm 39. Dang, you still look good. I was like, okay, but I was also thinking to myself, yeah, baby, I don't know if you've been through life yet. So I appreciate it. Like, literally saw me in the grocery store, waited till I got in my car and was like, hey, I didn't want to be disrespectful, but like, I asked for you. I was like, what? I was like, that was a shock because it was just the way he did it was respectful, but he's too young. I was just like, oh, it was cute. It was really cute, but I was like, yeah, I was crying last night. I've just stressed over everything. When I make it to this trip, I want to make sure all my rent's paid. I want to get another job, and I've been trying, and people are saying I'm not. So it was starting to really hit my spirit, if that makes any sense. It was like they're telling the truth, even though they're not living my life, and I was letting it get to me. So that's just why I was really upset. You saw in the beginning of the video, I was like literally teary-eyed, but it was just like, I just got finished praying and I just got finished like releasing a lot of like my stress and just letting God have it, and then just coming back and I was like, all right, let's go. So that's what that was about. Thank you, Isis. Sometimes I'm a little bit hard on myself and people like to pick on that, but I know God is good. That and both my parents ain't Uncle, so how could I? No, I'm just kidding, but whatever. Let's move on. I'm talking. He was shocked I was 39. I was like, girl, me too. The way I be acting. But yeah, overall, the musical was great. It was a good time. I personally liked it. The nogging was wild. Some of the hip hop moments threw me off where I was like, what is this? Is this Paris Burning still? Or are we just doing a hip hop Annie? Like, are you doing Jamie Foxx's version? Where is Cameron Diaz's character? I still think Darlene should have been given a little bit more time. But overall, I enjoyed it. I did. Yeah, Shay, I'm learning that. I even had a recruiter talk to me about that, and they were like, just go ahead and remove it off your resume. Don't even include it. She's like, just start lying. I'm like, really? She's like, you're gonna need to. Because like nowadays, people don't like that. And I'm like, they're like, even though you're working for yourself, they also think that you can't be a team player because you've been working for yourself for so long. Okay, got it. She's like, I know you're not trying to get a job for full time. I was like, no, but she's like, but you gotta look like you're eager, and you need us. We don't need you. Does that make sense? And I was like, okay. I was like, got it. Cool. Because, they say when you get to a certain point, you start working for yourself. But I'm also, let me be quiet on this, but I am trying to work on something else in the back end too that's also me oriented and another possible way of doing something cool. It's a little passion project I've been working on. So maybe I'll share it with you soon. I don't know. It could be the next big thing. We'll see. But I'm putting my hand in the cookie jar and I'm hoping that an oatmeal raisin comes out. I love oatmeal raisin cookies. Let's get to the runway, because the musical was good. I liked it a lot. There were still some things I have to go about, but I was here for it. They were splitting hairs, remember? Category is Beige Against the Machine. I lived for this category. And Isis, that's like kind of my inspiration. That's why I'm like, if I can just get a little side hustle, I'll be all right. Because the Instacarting and Uber eating I've been doing has not been good. I've not been tipped quite a few times, and that's really annoying. On top of the gas and me driving that car around, I had to like chill on that for a little bit because my baby, might need another oil change again. Okay. And I got PT with them. Okay, work. I'm gonna take a look for sure. Okay, if you want to vote in the live chat for these looks, the numbers are your best friends. It goes from 0 to 4. I know, we're no longer 1 to 3. 0 is infinity. That's heaven. That is godsend. That means that bitch cleared these hoes. It's Marva, you saying it's your favorite of the night. 1, everything. 10s across the board. Doesn't have to be your favorite per se, but the girl did what needed to be done. And we give coots for that. Applause. 2, it's okay. You like it, but you don't. You hate it, but you kind of get it. It just needs some changes. But you can see the vision and it's kind of there for you. Not bad, just safe. 3, a chop. You do not get to continue on with the category. Shame to your house. Get back in the lab and come back with it again. It's not cute. And 4, burn it. Go to hell. Why is this on our stage? Ew, Britney no. So, on to Mikey. My thoughts on this, puss. And I haven't said that in a long time. I lived for this latex Mugler inspired moment. I lived. Loved it. I got Sharon Stone tease a little bit. I was getting like Basic Instinct mixed with like some sort of like fashion campaign, a tad bit. The hair, it grew on me. I kind of at first was like, I don't know about it, but then I was like, I actually want it to be slicked back like this. It's giving runway ready, but still a little drag up in that piece. I don't know. I was down for the clown. I was, Mikey. This was hot for me. I thought it was fire. I kind of wish she didn't do a red lip and she did a nude lip, and she may have done her makeup a tad bit differently to almost monochromatic a little bit of this look, but I still kind of lived. And I did like it. I did. I was like, you know what? Okay. This is plus. I'm gonna be also blown away by some others, but I was like, oh, good star. Good star. Expensive board. Uh-huh. Darlene, I'm sorry. You should have been critiqued this week just for this. I have one issue with this outfit, and it's very light and small, and it's very minute. It is, you needed to unbutton 3 of those buttons on the skirt so your leg could have whopped the fuck out. That was my only issue. It is damn near perfection. It's fire, it's fashion, it's drag, it's camp, it's full bit. And for this to be beige on beige tones, it's so good. But I needed that skirt to be open just a tad bit in the front so your leg could have pumped through. That was my only issue. Because look, let me show you where my arrow is. It's buttoned all the way down there. Nah, sister, keep it right here at the knee. That button should have stopped right here at the knee, and your leg should have been out right here at the knee. And that leg would have been pumped out, and it would have been right with God. But it was still right. It was still good. I like this, Darlene. This is good. This was good. It was good. You look like a paper doll, but you did it at the same time. Like, that's the part I liked about it. It gave me like we're just sticking on stuff. But I liked it. It was fire. Fire. Love. Kenya, I love the hair. I love this African fabric that you utilize for this outfit and you put on there. I almost wish the whole dress was covered more in that, and at the base of this beige wasn't shown as much. It's a good high to, because you look pretty as fuck. I'm down. I just wanted a little bit more of that because I was here for the hair and I was here for the makeup. I was like, beat mug, good hair. Love this little fat. Ooh, love the way this was done. You got it imported in now. I just wish you had a little, I don't know how much it cost you, but a little more of it to wrap around the back and hit your curve on this side that's bare over here, right here. I needed her to wrap around the back and come down just a little bit and stop at the knee and do a little bit right here. It'd have been right with God for me. A couple of edits we could have done with this, but it's still pretty. Girl, the Schiaparelli-inspired piece of it all. Bitch, I was like, not Schiaparelli. I was thinking Iris Van. That's who I was thinking of. Iris Van Hoppen. I was thinking of Iris. I had thrown a little scap in there. I was like, but it was really Iris for that way that's been used here. I was like, oh, this is pretty. Another runway ready outfit. They tried to say that this was too droopy. I'm going to give just a little bit of agreement with this. I needed a titty and I needed a hip. I needed a titty and I needed a hip. I didn't want little Latin boy and drag body to go in this. I wanted it to give a little more shape, but it's good. It's good. It's really good. but it was beautiful. I liked that it was the way that it was, and that it was movable a little bit. But like, I just wanted just a little titty, a little hippie, not a big titty, not a Corey King breast, okay, not a Saphira hip, a little bit, little tad. I'm gonna tell you this. I would put it like this, y'all. I know when I do geesh, my body's already built the way it needs to be built to where I can just cinch in and walk out the door and give a little femininity, okay? Athletic femininity, but femininity. I'm still gonna bring some pads now. I'm not gonna bring no obnoxious padding and wear, but I'm bringing a breast bib and I'm bringing a little hip, a little extra on top of it if I want to make a dress go wow. You know what I mean? And I don't want to give like athletic mama girl. So like something like that. just a little bump of the rump, a little bump of the rump. That's all. She need a little titty, a little bee, just a bee up in there. I like this initially. Now that I've sat with it, Matty is a C cupper, okay? I'm a 2 CCs, please. I tried on Bitch Puddin's breast bib when I lived in LA, and she was doing a photo shoot with my friend David. Shout out to David. And I came in and like we were all like, she was de-dragging and stuff. We were talking about Smash Brothers and everything. And she let me hold her breast bib, and it was one that Victoria Elizabeth Black made. True story. That shit was heavy. I was like, you put this on, girl? She's like, yeah. Now it makes sense when it looks like some of these girls can't dance when they have that shit on. Now it makes sense when they be moving all on. If you're not used to that, you gonna look crazy. I also got to try them high ass heels bitch be wearing. Oh, I was like, Maddie's not gonna be a 6-inch stiletto girl. Maybe 5. Maybe, but that's 6. Oh no, baby, I was walking like, I need a little extra support now. So to Athena's look here, it's a lot going on. I kind of like the dress itself and the skirt in the back, that the train that's happening there. Love it. I like the wheat that's coming out the top and her having what is giving a floral bouquet on someone's table. However, bring it back. I don't want them in the front like that, because when she was moving it, it looked wild. I didn't know if she was a part of the scenery or whatever. I kind of wish that they were darts in the back of the dress, so that way it looked like it was a back piece to this versus the fronts being there, is all. I'm not mad at this. I just wish there was some editing done a little bit differently and the vision was a bit different. I also wish she didn't do her makeup this way with the purple, with the beige. It's kind of wild to see it that way. But other than that, I was conflicted. A high 2. I just would have edited some things differently. Because like you holding it in the front is weird to me. I needed it to be in the back to make it almost seem like your headpiece wasn't really a headpiece, but it was a full back piece that's giving some sort of grandeur. And it would have thrown the eye into being more like, oh, versus it being like, hero. And that purple, not with all this beige. Not with all this beige. It was a little too jarring a little bit. It was like, okay, you could have done a little different. Made that like a warmer color. Oh, okay. Sorry, Osaka. Thank you for tuning in. Good question. I'm glad you asked before even my ADHD kicks in again. Am I a Resident Evil queen? Yes. Any chances of a Requiem stream? Sorry to get off topic. Okay. All right. I'm saving for a trip to go on soon, and I really am adamant about going on this trip. So I've made a promise to myself that I would not purchase a game at all. That doesn't mean I will not accept games given to me. And especially if it's given, I'm gonna play it. So is it possible that I would do a stream for Resident Evil Requiem? Hell yeah. Do I have the coins for it right now? No. Am I trying to pay my rent literally tomorrow? Yes. Am I trying to go on a vacation? Also, yes. I gotta have a little bit more priorities, because trust me, I want to play not only Resident Evil Requiem, I want to play this Poketopia game So bad. And then they just announced Oceans and Wind. Thank God that we have another year for that. But yes, I have seen the videos. I am jelly belly that everybody is playing it right now, but I really have got to lock the fuck in. And so I kind of like prayed on it and promised, and I don't want to get cursed. I don't, but I do want to play it. I've been watching videos from, I watch Mish and like other people play it, and it looks so good. So I'm a little jelly, but yes, I'm a Resident Evil 2 fan and stan. I'm a Claire guy. I've always been a Claire kind of guy, and a Jill Valentine stan as well. Also, shout out to my baby Rebecca Chambers, Resident Evil 0 Beach. I also be running Rebecca and Jill, and I call her Shiva, even though I want to be like Sheva. I run them for Dead by Daylight right now, so I love Resident Evil. It's one of my favorite series, and movie series too. The bad movies as well. Did you know Ashanti was in a Resident Evil movie? I try to forget those things too. Okay. I know. I'm sorry. Resident Evil 5 was really, no. And that's why it's one of the cheapest games you can play. You can buy that game for $6 on PlayStation right now. I think it's still on sale. I saw it the other day. I was like, I know why you're $6. Baby, I took that game right back. A week of playing it, I was like, I'm good. I don't even like the storyline no more. I hate the way we're maneuvering through this. Why are we out here in the dirt? Boom. That is hilarious. But I think that they need to bring her back into another series or game or something, because she was a great character. Yeah, she was in Resident Evil 5. She was like one of the main reasons I even bought Resident Evil. I'm like, oh, you have a black woman as the main character? Shut the fuck up. And then we get in and we start playing the game. And it's like, oh. So she needs her redemption flowers, because I love playing her in DBD. But then I also am like, I need an actual Resident Evil game with my sister. That's all. Oh, and for those of you who are wondering, my Wind and Waves choices, I am starting with Pombon. I never start with a fire starter. It's been since Cyndaquil, since I gave fire starters any kind of love. Pombon, since there's no cat, I will pick the baby dog. I will pick the cutie fluffy monster. I'm picking them. My second choice, because I am going to get both games more than likely, Gekwa. For sure is going to be it. It's the gecko and it's the dog. That bird is Rowlet. You will not confuse me. You've already made this bird, sweetie. It was an owl. Okay, so you got a chicken. Quack. That's fine. But no, you will not fool me. Why would we have another grass bird? What is going on? I was like, you already done this. You've done this already. Even though he looks like a little chicken nugget. And I kind of love it. They're cute. People were being so mean initially. I'm like, no, they're great. It's very interesting. I just don't want them to all be human. You know what I mean? When they, like, Lytton was on 2 feet and then all of a sudden it's a pro wrestler. Please don't do that again. Don't do that again. I know the furry community likes that stuff. And shout out to my furries out there. But I was like, no. We need quadrupeds. It's okay. Animals can have their feet on the ground. It's cool. It's not like the motherfuckers are gonna talk like Meowth anyway. So like, why do all that? Okay, back on topic. Thank you for tuning in. Hit the like button, share, subscribe. As you can see, this community is full of a lot of people. We got a lot of stuff that we like and we love, and I love having these little fun conversations with you where we just gush. So hit the like button, share, subscribe, cover this Rant Pack family. There was a lot of Patreon talk today about things I need to cover. Remind me in the Patreon live chat, please, because I'll forget. And if you want to throw some love in my jar for everybody hosting with the mosting and talking for over 2 hours about a show that only is an hour and 30 minutes, what's wrong with you, guy? Please and thank you. It's paypal.me/Matty-Rants. Catch up to sign my Matt924 and Venmo. We are raising little coin tatas for the first coming up here. It's stressful. But so far, it's been an awesome stream with or without those tippies. Thank you for the tippies sincerely in the super chats. Honest to God. But I've really been feeling the live chat today. Y'all have been clocking in, whether we agree or not. That's why I'm hyped. I'm like, there has been conversation today, and it's been good, and everybody's kind of rolling with it. Whether you agree or not, y'all are holding it down, and we can have a disagree. Oh, Discord. Oh, that's right. Hey, Discord. Like, I'm tired of the humiliation ritual we keep on having to watch. Hey, Dane, thank you for that tippy poo earlier, friend. I know you weren't in the live chat when that happened. I'm not here for seeing this young man's humiliation ritual no more. I'm really not. Didn't care for the wig at all. I actually like the dress, but I don't like this little bodysuit underneath it. It looks crazy. She should have been in the bottom too. And you had a dress that you couldn't even walk in on top of you not being able to walk already. I'm tired. This is no longer fun. It's like, okay, this was cute for the moment. Let that shit go. If anybody else gave you a walk like that, y'all would be acting like, So this isn't funny anymore. Let that go. It sure did, Shay. This is giving me hospital bees. That was girl world coded. Like, it was giving me, okay, I'm attached to a couple of things, and the latrine is right here for me to use. I don't like, sister, what is going on? The butt plug was too big. I can't walk no more. She walks like Wendell from Recess. Posture and position and everything. Can't do it. Oh, next. Nene Coco. Yeah, Randall. You know what, Ben? Wendell. You're like, you mean Randall? This is me. Yes. Yes. Did I say Wendell? This is me. Wendell. No, it's Randall. You're right. I knew it was one of them Dells. 2 for Connie. Shut the fuck up. Come on, Connie. I kind of live for the hair. I kind of like the suit too, and I like the boots. I actually kind of live, but I also wish we had a titty for this a little bit. Something about that part that's missing for me. I want a breast in between here to do something. I just needed a little bit of that for me with this suit moment to give me the puss I wanted it to give. But I thought that for what it was worth, like, I like this coat. I like that it's the upcycling and taking old things and turning into this. I think that's so fucking creative. I love the suitcase. I love the boot. I actually like the wig too. Excuse me. Oh no. Oh, Matt, mute. You're coughing. Oh my God. Mute. Okay. Oh, so sorry. I was trying to mute. I was like, I can't find it fast enough. I don't know. I liked it. She was giving a power walk that borderline on comical at points when she was pumping down the runway because she was trying to be so sharp with it. Ha! Whoa! And I was like, all right, Johnny Bravo, calm down. But she was pumping for me. I liked it. Definitely Eurythmics coded. I can see that. Bridget Nielsen, I can see that too. Like before Flavor of Love, Bridget Nielsen. Before Surreal Life, Bridget Nielsen. Yeah. Jane Don't is next. I love this a lot. But I'm with Shay. I wanted it to be a bit more beige. It was like on the color wheel of where we can go for beige, if that makes any sense. And then mixing it with some other colors, which I'm fine with. I just wish it was a little more Because I was seeing Samaj. I was there with you. I was like, this is a little, it's not as, it's kind of brown. What's going on? If we're really going to do all that versus the take. I mean, it's a beautiful garment. It's beautiful. But like, the category was, beige against the sheets. So that's why I was like, I still like it. Like, it's still super duper, uber, a love. But I was like, it's brown. And like, it's also given like either a chow chow or a lion got in a fight and all their fur got lost in the back of it a tad bit. Definitely taupe. Yeah, definitely taupe. It's down. But I just, it was like, it's lovely. And I think the silhouette's great. I wanted to be a little bit more beige. Just a little bit. That's why I thought Mikey was going to win. Because I was like, oh no, that's beige. That's a whole beige latex outfit, head to fucking toe. And then Jane came out in this, which is gorgeous. But I was like, I don't know if that's exactly the color they were asking her to do. But it definitely gave a little Mae West tease, and I saw that inspiration to silhouettes, and I liked it. I did. Hey, Jason, no, baby, we don't do that over here, okay? Take care. Have a great day. You do not run this chat, all right? Please feel better, okay? I know you probably are used to getting your way, not over here, okay? God bless you, though. I saw that energy. We're not going to do that. As a matter of fact, let's stay here real quick. Yeah, Jane did what needed to be done. And I love this drag look. It's old, kind of draggy. It's the Mae West inspiration. It's really taking us where we need to go. And this is not beige. It's not brown. It's really not mauve. It's not, white. It's not eggshell white. It's not, cream colored. Ooh, let's find more things that we can add more time to. Because we're going to be respectful, right? Okay. Now I'm ready to move on. Yeah, I like the fur accents a lot. I did. Like, your ADHD is not my ADHD, so I'm not going to be responsible because you can't pay attention. Nene Coco and Darlene being safe? Nope. No. Nene, yes. Taurus car, champagne. Come on, poor Taurus. Millennials stand up. A good Ford Taurus in a champagne color. That car was everywhere. But back to this though. Darlene should have been on that stage. Nene can go on the back. Yeah, could have gone on the back. I think it should have been 6 people. No, not 6. It was, how much? It was 8 of them. I think only one person could have walked back there in reality, and that's Nene. And then everybody, keep Darlene on stage with the rest of them. And have that kind of conversation. Because to me, it was like, well, we're picking hairs and we're doing this and that and the other. And then you talk to some of these people and it's like, are you really nitpicking right now? Because it kind of sounds like you're not nitpicking. It kind of sounds like you have the idea of who is going to be in the bottom based off the critiques and commentary here. Like, huh? Thank you, James, for the 10 people on Cash App. Keep your head up. Hold on. Don't do. Is it Sister Act 2? That's what that reminded me of a little bit. The song started playing in my head. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you for the love on Cash App. Yeah, I think, I don't like that Darlene was safe this week. I was like, no, she needed to have some commentary, some kind of critique, something. And then Nene, I got that. But via Untucked, because everyone's going to argue with me about this, but the way that the queens were looking at the critiques and commentary with no rebuttals from Discord here, they said that Mikey, Kenya, and Jane were in the top. And they believe that it was Discord, Athena, and Juicy who were in the bottom. And they all were thinking that worst come to shove, it shouldn't be Athena versus Juicy, but it should have been Discord versus one of them. That's how they were playing that on Untucked. I agree with that sentiment. I was like, I think those were the three that were in the top. It was Kenya, Jane, and Mikey. Since we're given participation and you're doing better than what you were doing before badges, Kenya most certainly did that. Doesn't know her words, isn't also this, and the other yet. You did know your words. I watched the whole fucking thing. Jamal throws in some random ass global all-stars fuck ass critique. What do you mean she didn't? We saw that. She didn't have to lip sync at that part. That was Juicy's whole role. What are you asking her to do for? Like, that's confusing, right? Discord being told you did better than what we thought is not praise to me. It's literally, girl, we'd be laughing at you and you did better than what we expected. That's not a bar. That's not a bar. They didn't even like the dress. I was like, yeah, this underneath it was wild. The only one who I felt was really, I guess, based off the critiques alone, it was Juicy and Athena got the worst ones. It was like, huh? Juicy being told, we still don't know who you were. We don't. Why we don't? I kind of got where her character was supposed to be. I mean, Athena, I can understand, but I didn't see that from Juice. I was like, are we trying to create a breakdown? Like, what's going on? Bothered me a tad bit. But that's how they felt. God, his critiques. So you're a dancer? Oh, you're not a dancer? I thought you were a professional dancer. He's done. Next person. What? You're not a singer? Oh man, yeah. You really should think about that. Yeah. I was like, God, his wife needs to show up next time, okay? Either via a Skype call because she ain't getting out of bed, she weak this week, whatever. Bring in Selena. Don't bring him back. Don't do that no more. He didn't add nothing. It was weird. I was like, girl, why he always ask, are you sure you're not this? Is it possible that you were this? What are you doing? What are you doing? Brianna, all the way on him. Fuck Benny Blanco, but also he's still talented and he's way richer than me. But I'm gonna talk on him. I'm gonna keep on talking about him. That man's ugly. Okay. The end. But he's rich. And there's a lot of ugly, rich motherfuckers out there, okay? Rich and hideous. That should be a title of a show. Oh, that actually would be a great show. Rich and hideous. A&E is going to steal that idea. Or TLC, the Learning Channel. Because that's what you go to the Learning Channel for, everybody. Jane don't get her second win. Yo, 8 weeks to have 1 W and then to get all the way here. No, I got to give it to Jane because my mind would have been blown by that point. Like, damn, okay, I'm back, bitch. What? Never been at the bottom. 2 wins. You got your second win. High key, she could have had another one. Jane could be at 3 technically right now if we really want to go there. If we really do. Yeah, Jeff Goldblum was good. I like Jeff Goldblum. Really attractive. Weirdly attractive, man. I don't know what it is. And I have questions that every time I see him. I'm like, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the way he talks, or I'm like, yeah, I'd let him have it. I don't know, but something about Jeff Goldblum always threw me off. I was like, why is he so kind of... I can see it. I can see it happening. This was kind of crazy. You don't just do like a whole... Oh, no, I saw The Fly, Brianna. Oh, yes. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. And in Jurassic Park, too. We really want to go there. The first one. So... RuPaul's like crazy for this, right? Athena, riddle me this, riddle me that. You're in the bottom because of that, right? Juicy, riddle me this, riddle me that. You're also in the bottom because of that. That means that both Kenya and Discord are safe. I was like, okay, we're not even going to play with this one. We're not even going to give them hope. It's Athena, Juicy, you're in the bottom. Kenya, Discord, hit the back. Okay. Oh, wow. We're already emotional about this. It's the worst case scenario. Whoop, whoop, whoop. It is a competition, so eventually they were going to have to battle each other at some point in time. Whatever, right? Then this song came on. Hold on. Let me bring you back, baby girl. Let me bring you back, Bree. Hold on, sister. Come here. You need to wait a minute. Hold on. What was this comment before? Hold on. We need to pay him some respects because he's brought some good songs. This isn't one of them. Brianna. Not too much on Benny Blanco. He's wrote so many songs that have been this ain't one of them. Friend, this ain't one of them. The song started and I went to sleep. Call me when you break up. I need to. This was not a great way to show that resume. It was not the great way to show it. Oh, wait, what is this? I was looking for the pink berry to step inside so I can make a whole plain yogurt with a little spoon moment happen with no toppings. Because, I love how Juicy's trying to sell it. This song is so emotional to me right now. Me and my mom and my dad. I'm like, girl, this song is toilet tissue paper used up. Boo. I don't even think Juicy had to take off her skirt to beat Athena. I'm like, I'm glad she went there. You know what I mean? But Athena wouldn't do nothing. Athena lip syncs with her eyes closed. Ooh. Anyone else notice that? I was like, Athena over here, call me when you break up. And this is how I feel. I was like, maybe her eye makeup is that like, wow, that like I can't see nothing, but Mama be lip syncing with her eyes closed. If you're gonna talk about Kenny not knowing her words, then I need you to ask how Athena is able to move through life without seeing what she's doing when she's lip syncing. Because the eyes was closed, girl. Not me showing evidence. Not me showing evidence. Closed. I was like, okay, girl, closed. What is one eye peeking? Oh, now greet the geek. Let me have my fun before I be kind now. Okay, you guys? Okay? Let me have my fun before I get a little emotional, because if you saw my reaction, I did cry at the end of this. I did. But now that I'm watching this in hindsight, you know, a little after yesterday, you know, I'm like, oh, that was bad. It was just a whole lot of like, why is this on Call Me When You Break Up? And like, no, not for these two. Wow. This is when I got emotional. And I didn't appreciate Bianca and Plasma's commentary like, you a grown man, this is weird. I'm sorry. I know you didn't like that lady for the majority of your time in the pit stop, but I do love me some Bianca Del Rio now. I'm always going to ride with my sister. But I had to look at her like she was crazy because I'm like, bitch, what the fuck are you talking about? That lets me know you don't know about drag families. And that's a moment that you can't relate to. And so you gave your critiques. Lovely. This wasn't gross to me. This was very sad. And it was very Athena going, you got it. Don't worry. You got it. And I love you, but you got it. They're definitely not going to pick me. It's your turn. I wanted this bad, but you're my baby. This is your time. Okay? They definitely want me out that door. It's all right. And so she sat her on that lap like a mama with her daughter, and was or her grandmother with her grandbaby, and going, you got this. And when it was that, not even with the lip sync, it was her outside the lip sync just going, I love you. And that's why Juicy broke down. Because it's going to be either you or me, and it's giving me it's going to be you and not me. And now I'm going to be left by myself. I'm Mikey, because I was like, oh my God, like that's heavy. Like we watched that in real time happen. And I know Drag Race, like, yes, Like, no shade. Like, they looking for that Emmy this year after how the traders went down from them last episodes. You might get it, girl, or it's gonna go to Top Chef just for shits and giggles. But like, I'd have been over it. I was like, oh, that's awful. Like, and you made them have to lip sync. They literally have been depending on each other this entire competition. What? It would have been a gag if Athena was kept. I also would have been like, but to send Mia home last week, and now Athena's gone this week, and the baby's left. You got rid of the auntie, and now mother, grandmother, and then you let the child. Back to back. I was like, oh. I would lose my mind if Juicy go home next week. I'm gonna lose it. Actually, no, let me not say that because I don't want to actually that to happen. But can you imagine if next week it's the makeover and Juicy doesn't know how to pull together or whatever the case may be, and all of a sudden it's like that, or is it going to be the arc where now that she's on her own, she can find herself again? Is this what's going to happen next week? Where RuPaul's going to go, now I see who you are. And it's almost like to say, I had to send home your two biggest supporters for me to figure out who you were, bitch. I feel like it's going to be that. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be that. I feel like it's going to be the whole, you know, at first we didn't know who you were, but now it feels like there's new fresh air about you. And then it's going to be Juicy. Well, you know, Mother Ru, honestly, it was tough watching my tita and my mother Athena leave, but I feel like I found myself now. And I just can see it, or possibly be the other way. I don't know, man. Eve, I'm with you on that one. The roast, she ain't gonna clear unless Jane writes all her jokes. I feel like she's either gonna go home on the roast, or if this isn't the episode where she has like a rebirthing kind of situation, then it may be this one coming up. I'm also not leaving my girl Kenya out because while my sister got a high, the fashions ain't been fashioning all the way like we want them to. And there's been situations here that have been rising. If they give her a white woman, I don't know if it's going to work out. Discord, it's about time you got put in a position where you need to sweat. I think you've been honestly kept for the enjoyment as a jester would be to the court of a king. I think it should have been a couple of weeks ago, to be honest with you. And I'm a little tired of it. And I dare you to get to top 4 with that bullshit. That is going to piss me off. Also, no shade. When is Darlene going to get a W? That's another person who I like, but I'm also thinking to myself, this is about to be episode 10 coming up. How many people are left with no W's? How many people have gone with W's? You need to start the balance. We're going to have to start balancing this out. I know you could be 1 week you're in and next week you're out bullshit, but Mm-mm. I just want Darlene to get her coots, you know, because they like her, but it's like, okay, let us see it. Because she be getting to the top, and then it'd be, but your shoes though, you're amazing. The wig, you did this, but it's like, oh my god, like hurry, figure it out, because you be letting other girls pass. I need you to know, all right? Like, let me understand this, because Jane won this week with a dress that wasn't fucking beige, sweetheart. Open the doors. Open the schools again. Open the schools. Okay. I got heartburn like a motherfucker. Darlene, I when I saw Darlene crying, that's how I knew it was real. And especially because Darlene and Athena got kind of close too. Like they were the leftovers at the beginning of the season. They've like sort of grown to respect each other. And Darlene loves Athena's foolery and fuckery. So it's kind of like it's a tough pill to swallow because Athena, as annoying as she was sometimes, I loved seeing Athena on my TV screen. She was one of my favorite people this season, and she was one of my favorite promo pictures. And I thought Athena was going to go much further, to be honest with you. So I was sad Athena went home too, and I low key want to see her back on my TV again. Athena, take that call from All Stars, please. You were a hoot. It would also be interesting to see you in a competition where you don't have your family with you. And it's just you. I think it's going to be even crazier. Or maybe even more focused. I don't know. But yeah, I need to see her back on the season again. Because I don't even know where to put it. Like, she knew who she was in a fully realized way. And like, for us gays that see that with someone who's fully on board with their fuckery, Athena was a welcome treat because she knew she was trying to give rich, opulent bitch, but also is delusional in the same sort of sense, but still keeping up with the Joneses at the same time, and the resumes there. Like, Athena knew who she was, and that was a welcome thing for me as a fan watching the show. It's like, this girl don't know who she is. No, she know. Hey, Dara. Her and Kenya were fun to watch in confessionals. Not gonna lie. Yeah, Kenya's a hoot in her confessionals all the time. I feel like that's my little sister. I be hearing Kenya talk. But then, like, Athena was also a confessional beast, and so is Jane. Jane, Athena, and I think Kenya are my three confessional warriors that I'm having the most fun enjoying their confessions. And Briar was at one point in time too, but she left kind of early. I was hoping we'd get a little bit more of spicy Janine Garoppolo's bits. But yeah, those are my three. So I'm sad that one of my narrators is gone. No more evil eye in the workroom now. No, Darlene still has her evil eye smock. So we may not see as much of it, but Darlene has a couple of those things too. She auditioned over 10 times and got on with family. I would be upset from the jump, to be honest. It's like, damn, not y'all were waiting for a story to tell with me by having people who I was related to come on so that way you could build something around it, whereas you could just let my drag speak for itself and my personality already hit it off, and that would have been enough. Shoot, if I ever got on a show, I would be thinking to myself, why did they put me on here? And for what reason? What story do they want to tell? Are they trying to embarrass me? Because like he was talking all that shit online, we gonna get him. But then if I do well, you can't do that. So you have to rechange the story. Or is it to the put up the shut up method? Like, blah, blah, blah. Like I'd have questions for that. I'd be thankful regardless. But I'd always think, what was it that put me in the room? Oh. She left like a class act. And thank you, Athena, with the Prosecco always on ice. Thank you for that. I need that kind of prayer, as well as may you always fly first. Having flown first class before and flying coach for the majority of my time, I miss first. I understand Blake now more than anybody why he needs to be in the nice flight. Ah, oh my God, especially for a flight that's over 3 hours. Bitch. I understand. Ow, love flying first, honey. I got upgraded one time. It was with my favorite day, especially we're feeding me down. Oh my God. I got a hot fudge sundae for dessert. And it was good. Couldn't believe it. Oh my goodness. It's just something about you. Flying is already stressful. So there's something about flying first. So while you're thinking it's only a couple of hours, and yes, you can handle coach, it's just a completely different experience. And they treat you so much nicer. No shade to my flight attendants, though. Y'all are necessary and needed, and you don't get paid enough, high key. Some of y'all get paid too much, though. You know who you are. That one lady that threw peanuts at me, couldn't believe it. Bye, Athena. Please come back on our television screens again. I know they played you for a decade till you got on, but like, let's just hope that Bianca's not hosting the pit stop the season you come back. Maybe you'll have a better time with just those critiques. But I was here for the Athena fantasy. Y'all, I have talked you through a deep hole in the wall, in the floor, in the back rooms, in the front rooms, the attic, the basement, the stairways, the hidden room behind the bookcase. I hope that you had a good time and it was a great day and you have fun with me. We did have some people coming in here trying to be nasty. We do not pay that. We tell them goodbye. We wish them well and we move the fuck on. That's how we do from now on. Y'all are my main priority right now when it comes to making sure you get your entertainment. Just like my Patreon is my priority, my Discord and everything else. So I'm going to try hard to make sure I convey that back to you, because you don't need to see the shit that you always be seeing online with the people being mean and nasty and everybody wants you to be nope. Stop. Stop. Ooh, and Shay, you know what? Real talk, because like let's lightly have that conversation. What's really, and this is where it applies to the passenger too, and it can be fucked up. Let's say your flight's been delayed like multiple times, and then you're there and you see the flight finally come in, but they don't have enough flight attendants, and now you can't even get on the flight anymore because by regulations they have to stop flying because they can't work a certain amount of time in the air. You know what I mean? Like they have to clock out. I've heard of horror stories where flight attendants having to clock out even while in mid-air and not getting paid overtime for that. And then getting fined because they were like, you shouldn't have taken on the next. What? It's kind of wild. And I did apply to be a flight attendant many moons ago. Y'all are gonna hate this, but this was a long time ago. I got the job and didn't take it. Knew the man in hiring and everything, and I did not take the job. It's one of my biggest regrets. I got scared at the last moment and just didn't want to do it because I was like, what if something happens? And I started freaking out. Don't ever talk yourself out of the things you want to do, y'all. Living proof. But yes. So listen, let's wrap this up here. Let's keep the ball rolling. Have a good day. Enjoy I was like 24 in Marika. I was young. I didn't know any better. I thought I knew best. I did not. I was like, this isn't going to be anything. And now a lot of people I know who were flight attendants when I was going to get the job around that time have their houses now and everything. I'm like, girl, I got to travel the world. Okay, Johanna is trying to get the PayPal. I have it scrolling at the bottom here. So it's paypal.me/Matty-Rants. So like how you would type it in, like whatever, paypal.me, and then you /Matty-Rants. Now Cash App is different. That's $Matt, like MATT 924. And then the Venmo is Matty-Rants. It's right there. I just put that on the screen real quick, Enrica. Yeah, there you go. So if you did want to throw any love in my jar, please and thank you. Because I have the old PayPal. What was the old one? That's the old one. What was the old one? Wait. I'm like, what one are you talking about? Remember I had a book Matty-Rants one, and then there's this one that I have that it's under Matty-Rants, but you'll see my name, that kind of stuff. Love you, Maddie. I drop it when I have time from caregiving with my grandmother. Give your grandmother some love from all of us, please. When I get the coins, definitely gonna tippy poo. Thank you, baby. You just being here was already tippy poo enough for me, so I appreciate you, my love. But if you did want to throw some love in my jar, y'all, it's paypal.me/Matty-Rants, Cash App, $Matt924, and Venmo Matty-Rants. I've given that one and want to make sure. So, okay. Double check it. Yeah. Just double check it. I was like, I know I changed my Cash App up. I changed that for sure. But the PayPal one, I think I've had this one for a good little minute. I did have another PayPal, but that was when that PayPal is for my merch specifically, Cameo specifically, and other stuff like that. There you go. I see you, Joe. Hope it helps. It does, baby. Thank you so much. I'm like halfway to the goal now, so we cool, but I'll also be going live tomorrow as well and doing House of Villains. Oh yes, do not forget, I will be live tomorrow to discuss House of Villains Season 3, Episodes 1, 2, and 3. Join me for that live. We're going to break it down. It's Team Plain Jane over here, Team Drita, Team Tiffany, and a couple other people I'm going to be putting on the board, but we'll have that conversation and break down the first 3 episodes tomorrow. So make sure you tune in for that. I will have the link posted in the morning tomorrow, so you'll know you have hours before we start the live to get yourself ready and make yourself, or to set the notifications too. And maybe I can get you into the show if you're not watching House of Villains. But yes, all my stuff is in the About section. If you want to hit that Linktree link, do that, please. I appreciate all the super chats today. I appreciate everybody that dropped some love in the Cash App and in the PayPal. Thank you so much, Johanna. Thank y'all for tuning in today. Honestly, appreciate the super chats. Y'all were funny. Some of y'all in the chat were funny today, whether you tipped or not. I was reading some jokes. I was like, ooh. I had a couple of giggles. And I hope whoever is watching this live now too in the playback also enjoyed the live commentary that you see in the chat below or to the side if you're watching this in lands. Wherever it is, wherever it's at. Oh my God, my arms are so sore from working out. Jeez Louises. Okay, we're going to do a gun check. It's getting there, y'all. We got to get it up a little bit. Like it's like on a tone level, but I just want it to be just a tad bit more up. Like when I do my little push-ups and stuff. My traps are like actually killing it, but we'll get there. We'll get there. I'm so sorry for working out this morning. But anywho, love y'all down. Had such a good time today. Take care of yourself. Oh, Shay, last super chat of the day. Some Canadian love. Waiting for heated rivalry on page. I know that's low-key what won. I'm like, oh God. So I'm going to watch it and I'm promising I'm not going to hate watch it. I promise. I'm going to watch it because that one I saw y'all talking about the most. But don't forget anime recommendations. Paris is Burning 2 is going to be added to the list for March. But yeah, all links in my About section. Take care. I am done rambling and ranting today. I am so tired. I appreciate you all. Take care, and I will see you for the next one. I'm like, am I really done? Am I done? I think I'm done. I was like, I think I am. But yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. It'll be 3:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. An hour later than this live that started today, 4:30 p.m. Central and 1:30 p.m. Pacific time. We'll be doing our House of Villains season 3 review tomorrow. Take care. I'll see you for the next one. Matt, shut up. Okay, the live is over. Bye. I was like, I cannot end this, man.
Listen.
Yeah.